Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Flank. I'm joined by the one and only, the human turret, one of the best ARs to ever do it. Give it up for the world champ himself, Sam LaRue Octane. We got some of the best analysis in the game, the world champ himself, Christopher Duarte Parasite. We got the multi-world champion, the multi-champion, a legend and icon to the Call of Duty space, Patrick Price, a.k.a. Aches. And, of course, we got the one and only, the executive producer of The Flank, looking like $1 million with his new haircut. Give it up for Benjay Nassim. Today, we also got some special guests in the building. We got the most winningest COD player of all time. Give it up for the multi-world champ, Crimsix. He's in the house. We got social media manager, Mr. Gershon here. We also got the multi-FPS champion in the building. We got Enable in here as well. Who else is in here? Chelly. We got professional prize picks. Picker, give it up, Chelly.
Just call him a professional better, bro.
Platinum rank player, professional prize
generator. Could pick anything else, bro.
Hey, bro. And then we also got Kason, who's going to be picking. The reason why everybody's in here is we're doing a fantasy draft today.
Awesome.
So Kason's also going to be picking from his phone. I think he's having problems getting into the call.
He's stuck in the great rainstorm of Los Angeles of 2025.
Yeah,
so.
Kason's having a hard time right now getting in the call, but he will be picking from his phone. So Kason's also going to be a part of today's Stage 2 fantasy draft. We got a lot to talk about. We're also going to be doing a tier list today. We'll also be talking about some updates with guns and GAs and maps and all kind of that good stuff, bro. So we'll get right into it. How's everybody doing, man? Sam, how are you, Sam? You doing all right?
I'm great, man. I'm fantastic. I'm ready to watch some COD this weekend. We got Valentine's Day tomorrow. Did a Scrap Time podcast today. Now I'm about to beat everyone's ass in fantasy.
Hell yeah. Yes, sir. Welcome, Sam. And, of course, we got Christopher Duarte. What up, Chris? What's going on with you, brother?
Great, just been grinding the console ranked. Sad to see some GAs because they affected the rank play meta, and yeah, I was liking the Jackal, and now I'm having a miserable time trying to figure out what sub to use. So can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah, definitely want to talk about the GAs because I got a lot to say about that as well. I feel like the pros are making the game worse and worse as the days go on, but we'll get there. Of course, we got the executive producer, Benjay. What's going on with you, Ben? What's happening, bro?
Not much. Got a haircut, obviously, as you can tell. We did Scrap Time this afternoon. Excited for the draft, which is going to kick off in 2 minutes.
Yes, sir. And we got Patrick Price looking good there. Looking like the COD League commissioner over there. What's going on, Pat?
Yeah, I'm good, Tom. Got Luka on the Lakers now, so life is good. I was actually thinking, I was gonna grab some donuts, some Krispy Kreme donuts for the weekend. And then I also saw that Sam was actually the donut king. I didn't realize that.
I was also up there, Pat, in the top 5. I was there, but I wasn't the king, though.
But the king.
I wasn't the king. Sam, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, my thoughts. Listen, man, it is what it is. Shout your failures and whisper your successes, brother.
Absolutely,
okay.
Sam. It never changes, man. It
All
never
good.
changes.
Thank God you retired though, because 3 in the first year in the league, you would have had my crown.
Hey, still won a championship though that year. Still won a championship. Absolutely.
All good, man.
Then of course we got some people in here. Hey, Porter, what's going on? You there? Enable. We got Ian. We got that note. What's going on, guys?
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
The hell's
I
wrong
was
with you
Pat a
guys?
Lakers fan. That's the question I had. And you from North Carolina.
He just loves LeBron.
Wait, Ian, LA has treated me great, if you know what I'm saying. Tom, I heard you leaking stuff, by the way.
What do you mean?
Yeah, 250, Tom.
What? What do you mean?
All good. 250.
I saw that clip.
Oh, the contracts?
Yeah.
He was saying some.
Everybody knew that. Everybody knew that, Pat. Everybody knew that. It's like, come on. I seen that shit on Reddit, bro. You know, I mean, come on.
Absolute robbery out of Pat.
It's a robbery.
I mean,
It's good work, though, Pat. That's good work, though. 400,000
some
slant.
things about you.
Hey,
Tom,
man.
it was a good deal. Honestly, Tom, I'll be honest with y'all. I was worth more. Like, they got a deal in my eyes.
Pat got paid $400K and didn't even play the game for the first month.
And he stole my 3 Bitcoin.
What do you mean?
And he stole my 3 Bitcoin.
3 Bitcoin.
Yeah, Pat, I heard about this. You
Bitcoin.
stole Nub's
I didn't play it for
Bitcoin,
a
bro.
year.
And he
Did I?
stole my
He-
Bitcoin.
Did
Yeah,
you play
not
the game
low.
at all? Wait, Pat, you did. You played online. I remember.
I played
Tom, you got first
two
pick.
matches.
Yeah, Tom and draft.
Bro, I swear, that's on you, bro. That's
my
on
God.
you.
You got first pick, Tom.
Draft's already live? Oh, my God. Let's switch on over, man. We really
Wait,
got
how'd I
right into it.
get last again? There's no
It's a
way.
random. Hold that.
I got first pick? Oh, my God. I know
man.
I know
That's
exactly.
like last twice?
God damn it. Last
Black Dab in the
again?
middle.
Wait, it still says generating draft for me.
Wait, Scrappy was number 1? He was number 1? Damn.
In the stats department, yeah.
Ain't no way they gave me 8.
Man, do I go Ernie or MC here? Do I go Ernie or MC number 1, man? What do I do here, dude? Let me think, bro. Let me think.
Hey, aren't you a FaZe fan?
Yeah, but I'm going off fantasy.
He's
But
trying
Ernie
to
just
con
got,
you. He's trying to con you. He's trying to con you.
Ernie got number
Shut
one.
the fuck up, Haggy. I'm gonna start another GA.
Ernie got number one. I'm taking my
Oh, shit.
I'm taking my son, even though he said he's not my son, but he is my son. I'm picking him. I'm picking my son, bro. Boom. We're going with MC, bro. We're going with MC. Slowly. MC's my
Slowly.
number one pick, ladies and gentlemen.
Gersh got second pick.
Chat for
Again, he's gonna insta
again.
pick scrap, dude.
Chat for an update on how we're doing it for this.
Ben, it's my turn.
Yeah, but while you pick, I'm gonna fucking explain the rules. Okay. We have changed the rules. We have a bench spot this time. We have one AR, one SMG, and you have 2 spots that you can put on an AR or a sub. So that should give people more flexibility in picking their teams. We're also playing with 10 players, and yeah, locking.
We're picking 3 ARs and a sub. Nice.
And you can pick it however you want, bro.
All right. Who's next?
Come on, Gersh.
Gersh, you're
This is
next.
bull, dude.
I mean, Haggy tried saving you, but it's all good. It's all good.
What?
I'm taking scrap.
Go ahead, take scrap. I'm not worried about that. Go ahead, bro.
What you should be.
If you hit the full screen button, the little square thing next to send message in the bottom right, it will full screen.
No, but it doesn't show this when I do that. Look, when I
The
do
full
that.
draft board,
Yeah, look,
yeah, there's a
look.
simplified version. Yeah.
You see? Oh, okay. So you want me to show this right here? Oh, this is pretty cool. Yeah, this is cool. We'll keep it like this, and then I'll exit out of this when we're done. We'll see like everybody's overall picks. Did you pick Gersh?
Isn't the goat?
Yeah, I picked like 2 minutes ago, bro.
Let's
Yeah, there you go. You just have to refresh.
I gotta refresh.
Yeah, if it didn't pop.
Did
So
it-
I have pick now. Could go with an optic player.
You going with
I
optic
could go
player?
with simp.
What are you thinking, Benjay? What are you thinking, man?
Optic's got kind of a tricky stage and phase and flow, so it is tough. Do I go with Shotzi or do I go with simp? Yeah, what are you thinking, bro?
You got to clean the ARs off the board.
Yeah, especially with this new meta. Might want to
fucking
start.
trolling.
Might want to
This
start
new
thinking about those
meta.
AR players. Might want to start thinking about those AR players, man.
I don't know. This will come back around. I don't get this.
Simp may run an AR though, man.
Yeah, I'm thinking Simp runs an AR.
He always wanted to be a flex.
I just don't think he does. I don't know. Guy's
I think
generational
Brandon's
sub.
coming correct. I'll take Dashy. Fuck
Taking
it.
Bruce.
Yeah.
All right, big Brucey on the
Simp
board.
at 4? Oh no.
Oh wow, Sam already
I
got.
mean, we're letting the generational talent
Sam-
fall at 4,
Damn
bro.
it, bro. God
I mean,
damn
Sam
it.
locked that in
Simp at
instantly.
4,
Sam
oh,
locked that in
no.
instantly, man.
Yeah, we're trolling.
I was going to pick Simpson. I actually got to think. I'm just going to go with Shotzi. If it wasn't him, I would have picked him. So
These cats get scrapped,
Guy
and who
thought
am
he
I
was
getting?
guy thought he was
Estriel
getting
at the
simped
8th pick?
at
We got plenty of
shame.
Phoenix players left here, brother. Like,
I think I picked him. I don't know. Wait, it's not your turn. I have to wait or what?
You probably picked him. I probably just got to
Yeah,
refresh.
you picked. You picked.
Oh, okay.
This is an update.
Alright, hopefully
line. You just gotta
Kayson's
refresh.
around.
It did go through.
Yeah,
So
you're good.
Kayson's on the board now.
See what Kayson does here. See what Kayson's going with.
Hopefully he's around.
Yeah, he is. I'm texting him.
Yeah, he's here. Kayson's here. He's
He's
just.
got to take Ape here for sure.
What does Kayson do here?
He's
man?
got
What
to
does
go
he
Ape
do?
here, right?
Let's see.
I got Shotzi with AG. Like that combo is like deadly. You know what I'm
I
saying?
should be able to you should be able to franchise tag a player. I should be able to
Franchise
get
tag?
Abe for free. Dead ass.
He's probably thinking.
Franchise tag. The fuck?
He was on my team. He was on the championship team.
Kayson took Tyler Beasy.
Wow.
Easy read, man.
Mickey Mouse Championship, by the way.
That was an easy read,
Now
Sam. That's good work out of you.
Who's Shelly got?
Now it gets a little weird, a little hairy.
Are you going hair?
Estriel's on the board.
He is, and he might be there for a minute.
Estriel's on the board is an insane con.
Wait, you're telling me the like? I'm not even hating on Kismet, but he's number 4. He was 4th.
Is this
Yeah,
like
you know-
off
you know
of
who
average
drafted him?
draft? Is this ADP right here?
Wow, you're going with Toby. I like that.
Yeah, this guy's gross.
Is it their breaking card? Is it their breaking point like card ratings?
Like, there's no way that he had a
I
better
I don't know
stage
what's going on
than
with
Messi,
ADP
bro.
here.
It's because he had insane control stats last what? That's why.
Yeah, he'd probably just
Yeah,
like.
that's fair.
There's probably some other
That's fair.
things. Yeah, nah, his control and then probably search. Like, was he planting bombs and shit? They're probably doing objective shit.
Nolans is their bomb carrier.
I'll tell you right now. All right, Nub.
It's me?
Yes, you.
Yep, Nub, you're up,
Yeah.
Nub.
All
You're
right,
up.
hold on. Let me think about this, man. Who's going to be my solo sub?
It's already been such a big difference compared to when we first did it to now.
Oh yeah.
Like, Sam, you picked Paco like first, didn't you?
Third.
I
don't know. Y'all must not been watching. I don't know how TJ is not going number 1.
Listen,
Thank
if you're
you.
yeah, and if you're thinking, bro, you want to pick the sub that's most likely to use an AR as well.
The
You don't
fat
want to
guy's
pick
gonna pick the other fat guy, bro.
you
I
don't
know it's
want
coming.
you don't want to pick a main sub, in my opinion. That's just me.
Where's Pat? What's your name, Pat?
I'm at the very
Okay, how
end.
much time I
He's
got? left?
Team
I'm ready for
Crimsix
45 on
hard
my
counter.
Oh, Team Crimsix hard counter. It's
I don't know. I don't know if I got
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
I know. I would have picked
Sorry.
AG, but I haven't seen AG play much of this game, so I had to go with Ant. I
I
can't give
actually,
him
I,
first.
Takes
I actually
AG.
think AG could be a good pick here.
If AG's not a bad pick, if he plays well.
What?
He-
This
I
guy's
think-
on his Jordan comeback.
That's what I'm
We're
saying.
definitely picking Brad.
That is
Not
scary.
heard an
Here you
if.
go. AG's
That
in
is
there.
in.
AG first round after not playing a
We're
whole stage.
definitely picking. Michael Jordan did the same shit, bro. 3P.
Fuck. I thought he was gonna slide, bro. He was so far down the list.
All right, Porter, who you got? Lock it in.
How do I pick?
You hit pick
The
player.
little, the,
It's right
Wait,
there.
you
It's like a
took
little.
AG over
next to their player
It says
portrait,
pick
Porter,
for
the
draft.
arrow.
Oh,
Sure, I'll
Paco.
take Hydra at 9. Sure.
Paco at 9. All right, Pat, you're up.
There'll be big value there.
Well, I'm fucked.
Don't fuck up the turn again, Pat. You fucked up
Not
last time.
necessarily, because it's a snake here. You
actually-
get 2 picks here, Pat. You get 2.
I know what I'm locking in.
Oh, I like
Okay,
the Snoopy
Snoopy.
pick. I like the Snoopy pick. I like that.
So he's
Let him
got good
cook.
stats. And
Wait, let him cook. Wait, let him
was,
cook.
the issue. So that's
Wait.
why.
Pat cook.
Wait. Do we get
You get
One
Yeah,
arrow,
that's-
one
geez,
sub,
technically.
and then
we get
2
two
either
flexes,
A.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
two
two
flexes,
flexes.
yeah.
Let's see here.
What does that mean, 2 flex? So you can pick either a sub or an AR? Doesn't matter?
Correct.
one
Yeah,
sub and one AR, and then 2 whatever. Doesn't matter.
It's a term from like fantasy football.
Okay. So 1 AR, 1 sub, and then 2 flex.
Whatever you want.
So I
Yeah.
can do 3 subs?
You can
3 ARs?
hypothetically, you can,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm
you
just
thinking?
gonna have to lock.
Bro, if you don't pick these here,
Snoopy Teej would be an insane 1-2. That's
Yeah.
an aura team. I got Pat winning it all.
I'm trusting my gut. Win with a big stage 2.
Mm.
Interesting combo that.
Yo, first pick is kind of ass, man.
Yo,
the lack of ball knowledge here.
Yeah, we may be like Lamar Jackson.
No draws is crazy, by the way. Or Envoy.
I don't even see draws on this list.
Or teach.
who am I getting here, bro?
You need AR, Pat, or fucking Ian.
The thing is, you go with Teej, you're banking on like Ravens replicating their performance like this stage
No,
too. When like you if you
We're
get a top,
online, bro. Gwyn's better. We're good.
if you get like
Chris.
a top 4 team, like you're pretty likely to like have them go pretty far and win most.
I'm gonna stop
matches.
you right there. If you take Tej, you're banking on Tej being Tej. Enough said. You feel me?
Hey guys,
Yes.
is everybody's mics too loud? You want me to lower everybody's mics? You let me know. 'Cause some people are saying their ears are bleeding. Let me lower these a little bit. People are telling me you guys are too low.
Porter.
Where the
Please
fuck
lock
is
in.
where the fuck is Jaws? Oh, there he is.
I'm
thank
telling
God.
you, bro. He was at the bottom.
Is that better?
Dude, he was, bro.
No,
It's
but the thing is, some of the phase guys were dragged down pretty hard by their like early stage performance. They were fucking ass.
Well,
bet.
does the
Ash.
rank consider the minor?
I think it's
He
everything.
considers the whole
Everything.
stage.
Every
Yeah.
match.
So how are they dragged down that much? That minor basically fully countered out their shit start.
Because they had 2 weeks where they fucking sucked.
It was like
Ain't
4
no
matches.
cross
Well, like,
safe.
Seven,
Like 4 or 5
Please.
matches. Yeah.
It's like almost a third.
Who you taking up?
Oh, you're not crossing on this guy. Damn, Daniel.
No,
Did update though.
you're sniping my pick. No.
What's that, Chelly? You're not the only degenerate gambler, brother. That nubbler, I fear. Right,
man.
Ghosty 1-2. That's a good start.
Nah,
Yeah, I'm gonna hit
bro,
him-
I
hit a
don't
little
know who to
refresh.
take. That just ruined my pick, dude.
Daniel
No way. He
Ghosty.
took your pick, Chelly. No
he
way.
actually just sniped my pick, dude.
No way, Chelly. No way.
And I just feel like there's no AR that's worth reaching for right now. Like you got beans just sitting
That's
there.
cap.
Ben's
My
good.
bad,
Whoa.
My
Now
bad,
Ben's fucking
Beans.
slander.
Holy fuck.
My
It
bad.
wasn't anything like that, bro.
My bad, Beans.
Oh, fucking Benjamin Bean slander.
I mean, the 8th pick is diabolical, though, man.
Fuck is
I don't
I
know.
got-
The
I got
first pick
10
is kind of
back-to-back,
ass. Like,
bro.
everybody's
That's
gonna be
insane.
gone.
Nah, not Tom. Because once it
Made the
doubles
playoffs.
back,
Almost won from the first
You're gonna
pick. Last
close out
stage.
your roster basically once it doubles back. Almost.
Anybody feel that?
I mean,
You're
yeah.
off
but-
placements, bro.
I'm feeling like Teach.
Okay.
You picked T's, Jelly? Unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right, Kason is up.
All right, see what Kason brings to the table, man.
I think he probably goes AR, and yeah.
Damn, Tej 14th, bro.
Let's see what happens here with Kason. I have an idea what I want to do here. I'm just hoping that my players don't get snagged up. Let's see what who do you think Kason's gonna go with, Sam? You called it the first time. Who you calling here?
Probably Ken.
I think he's going with the Bulldog. I think Kason's going with the Bulldog.
Think
You
so?
think he goes Bulldog here?
Mm-hmm. I think he's going Bulldog. I don't know why. I feel like he is.
This is a good shot here.
I mean, he was the 4th rank, so he had to be bringing on some points, but
I don't know. Joe's a good one here as well.
You never count out the Bulldog.
picked
bro.
Kenny.
We went with Kenny.
Yep,
Okay.
easy. I'm all over Kason right
good
now.
Yeah, you are all over him
I'm
right
actually
now,
all
Sam.
over Kason right now.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's another good read, Sam. You're on fire. What do you got, Duarte? What are you thinking?
I mean, sure. I'll take Dill.
Okay.
Envoy.
You bitch.
Yeah, it's free.
I had a feeling Sam was thinking of Dill Envoy, man.
I was gonna take a deal on.
Don't take my pick, Sam.
After that
Do not take my
generational
pick,
major,
Sam.
I don't know.
Don't
like,
take your pick,
Please don't take my picks.
man. Do we reach here?
Please don't take my pick, Sam. Please.
Who are you gonna reach for?
This is an important slot here, man.
Yeah, it
have a
is.
good late round pick. Yeah, it gets there. No one's good.
Astriel's still on the board, Sam.
You're
I'm
right,
feeling the
and I'm
Falcons,
scrolling,
boys.
and I'm scrolling right by him.
Come on.
No way, man.
Oh man.
What about Nero? Nero's a good shout.
Al Tommy got the worst team right now.
Me, I only
think
picked
Astral's a better
once.
pick than Nero.
I only picked one player.
Yeah.
We call it Joe.
I'll go back to him.
Benjamin Beans.
Go back. He did me well.
Remember that.
He did me well, man.
Beans. What the fuck?
Who's doing you well?
He's doing me well, man. It's that AR shit now.
All right, Sam, sniff out.
Big AR.
Now I went with
All right,
Mr.
Gersh, let's see if you
Bulldog.
take my pick,
Oh,
Gersh.
fuck, dude.
Or you better not take my fucking pick, Gersh. You better not take my pick. man.
Now all of a sudden, Benji has ball knowledge, bro. This guy went Bulldog. Like, are you kidding me?
Well, no, I almost fucking won the
No,
last.
shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck
Please
up.
don't take
See,
my
see,
pick.
Sam,
man.
I
Please don't take my pick, man.
Sam, I picked Envoy because Envoy be pulling that shit out.
What?
I'm talking about the aims. What the hell?
Oh, the AR. Yeah.
He said,
Yeah, for sure.
he said what?
Dude, I wanted to go.
What are you thinking, Gersh? What are you
I
thinking,
wanted to go
man?
Joe there, but like, it's just the sub cheese, dude. I don't know.
Who's pulling out the AR for that squad?
My problem right now is there's too many retired donut droppers talking, but I think I'm gonna go for
Yeah, that's insane.
my boy who I had last
See,
year.
that's why you're not
went
getting
5-0 by
because
the way.
I'm in
5-0.
Tommy's ear saying don't give him a raise. That's why.
Hey, Sam, don't worry. I'm hard
Little
stuck gold,
bitch.
bro. Life can't get much worse.
He owed a Bance pick here.
Absolute 10
I'm
pot.
thinking either Joe or Nero because I had a really good stage last time with Nero. He's got it like that, but Joe's also got it like that.
No.
But fuck it.
What are you doing?
You're not picking Esther
Refresh,
over
Tom.
Nero?
Refresh.
You're insane.
You picked? Let me refresh here. Did you pick? Who'd you pick?
Yeah.
Oh, you picked Nero?
Hmm?
Oh, thank God. I wanted Joe. I wanted Joe to see
Tom
very,
gets
really.
back-to-back picks, Tom.
I really
I
wanted
know
Joe.
where Tom's going here.
I
I actually
really
know
wanted
both
Joe
of
to-
Tom's picks here. I know both of them.
Well, I was gonna pick Joe and Nero. Those are my two picks.
Yeah.
But I really wanted Joe to Sieves. I wanted Joe to Sieves
I would
really
have gotten
bad.
Joe.
I think you messed up passing on Joe to Sieves. I'm gonna be honest. I think you messed up there. Damn. Where do I go next?
If Tom
though?
knows ball, he takes the player here. Then I'm thinking.
If I know ball, he takes a player here that you're thinking.
Whom?
Let me see, man.
Only if he knows ball though. If he doesn't know ball, he probably won't pick him.
I know fucking ball, man.
Bro, the pin pick is insane, bro.
How's Estro still on the board, son?
Ian.
Whoa. You lock it in.
That's
Porter getting his ass beat right now. Mute up.
Does 04 plant bombs for Vancouver?
It was Charlie Hicksey.
But he's gone now, so you got to think he might be the bomb guy.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know.
Bomb to 04.
Maybe
I don't
not.
know.
If they're
That's
giving
right.
bomb to 04 Neptune, I'll eat my shorts.
Do it.
There's no way.
I might
those
take a
guys
risk here.
bomb.
I might take a risk
Tom,
and go
you know,
Neptune.
you know what I'm thinking, Tom. You know it.
What, Neptune? I'm thinking Neptune right now.
Neptune. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, Neptune's.
That's what I was
Neptune's. I
thinking,
feel like
Neptune.
Neptune, bro. He's nasty at this game.
Yeah, I was thinking
that's
that.
true.
Yeah, no, we should get him. Yeah.
He just got picked
that.
up. Think about it. From
do it,
Challenger.
man.
I'm thinking.
Kicks is open too, Tom.
I'm
if you
thinking.
want kicks.
I'm thinking of Paul X here, Tom.
Nah, hey Tom, you said it. You got to stick to it now. You feel me?
Wait,
Don't
hold
do
on,
it.
real quick.
la, la,
Is
la,
Pollock?
la.
Is Pollock
I'm
staying
thinking
on roster?
either Geo.
Yeah.
I'm thinking either
he should.
Geo, Kremp, 04, or Neptune. Actually,
got
Real
a
could be a
minute,
good
brother.
shot too. Oh, I got a
got a
minute.
minute.
Oh my god, shit is fucking coming in quick, bro. What about Dante? Is Dante a crazy shout? Like I just feel like he's.
King is open here, Tom.
Nah,
what
Dante's
about
on his
Dahoon?
bounce back, Tom.
To whom?
The who?
The who?
I'm going Geo. I'm
The
going
who?
Geo. I'm gonna go Celium, Joe.
Oh, he
Nero.
knows ball. Tom knows ball.
Yeah,
dude.
I'm gonna go Celium, Joe Deceives, and Geo. That's
He does know
Going
ball
with
after
Gio.
all.
Going with Gio,
He
bro.
knows
Going with
ball after all, man.
Going
So
with
smart,
Geo.
Tom,
Geo,
so
Geo
wise.
felt more. I felt the most comfortable with Geo, man.
So smart, so wise.
Absolutely.
I don't want to go double rocker, but that's what I was looking at, bro.
Chat's been spamming Geo for the last.
I wanted Joe and Nero, bro. Girls, if you didn't pick Nero or Joe, I would have took both of them. I would have took Joe and Nero. Would have took them both.
I was hoping that you would let Joe fall 2 picks so I could get Joe as well.
Nah, hell no. I was thinking Joe the whole way through. I was just praying. No
All
one
good.
picked it.
All good. That's ball knowledge right there, Tom.
Ooh.
Shoot. I could go for the brown Sam Octane, the whom? Feel me? There's a resemblance
Brown
there.
Sam Octane.
Early, I don't know, but there's a Gersh clone here. Shout out Illy. I don't know, bro.
Hicksey's open.
I'm not taking a C9 player. That team's doomed right now. You feel me?
Ooh.
What are you thinking, Gersh? What are you thinking?
We might have to call the clock.
Nah, he's got some
Pat,
time.
we should no, Pat. We should call the clock every episode when you're late. You feel me?
He goes double rocker, dude.
Wow, Estreal? Nero and
Double
Estreal.
rocker.
I hate to do it, but that's why we got more spots.
Really changes my play then.
I feel like Rencor is a good shout here. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like Rencor would be a good shout.
I mean, who are we GMing for, Tom?
I mean, my bad. No, was that your pick? My bad, bro. Fuck. Hook is still on the board too. You never know. Could pull.
Yeah,
could pull
Nub,
it up.
I'll
Imagine Nub picks Hook again when he's on the team.
I gotta replay. Hopefully,
Let me hit a
falls me.
DM real quick. See
So
how he's feeling.
Ben's team is looking like Nico Harrison's.
Yeah, you said that about the last time I drafted it. I literally almost won. So
And then
maybe,
Ben
maybe
takes
don't join my
Rancor,
team.
bro.
This guy said
I'm
almost.
fucking sick
Oh,
to my
shit, I'm
stomach,
up.
dude.
Hey, Pat, this guy
shit.
said almost.
Almost one.
Like that counts.
I think I literally got second. Did I not?
Hey, but
I
second
heard
is
you lost.
basically last.
The Chiefs
Last
got
is
second
you
as
because you
well.
didn't make it to the
Let
final
me do some
fucking
research
four.
real quick.
Chiefs got
Bro,
second.
but if I did make it to the Final Four, I would have won because I had the best
Bro,
land
you're in
team
the
by
draft
far.
lottery.
I
People
had
in the draft lottery should
I
not
had the
sure, brother.
best land team by far.
You're tanking for fucking Neptune, my guy.
Thank you.
That's insane. That's insane.
I'm taking with Neptune.
Oh yeah.
Bro, Neptune is. I actually think Neptune is gonna surprise y'all this stage. I think he's gonna surprise you guys.
I mean, sure, but the problem is just the Vancouver fucking situation. Their schedule.
Bro, they're not even like a bad squad. They're just like.
Bro,
They're
I'm trying
just,
to build my
they're
team.
pretty-
I don't even care if they're playing anyone good.
Hey, what is ODW percentage again? That's,
Opening dual win
yeah, that's
percentage.
first blood, right? Okay.
Yeah. Vancouver stage. FaZe, C9,
You're up, by the way,
LAG,
Chris.
Thieves, Miami, Toronto,
Oh, yeah,
Minnesota.
sorry, it didn't load. Wait,
So-
who'd you pick, Sam?
Real.
I am going to pick
Yeah,
Neptune.
Sam
Where is he?
Real's a great pick, Sam.
Thank you so
Who
much, Tom. They got the boo boo schedule too.
Real,
I am picking Neptune. I'm gambling here.
Real did good. Real did good work for me, bro. He did good work for me.
That guy is gross. At least in challengers, he was.
Shotzi Envoy Net. My boy don't got an AR.
Yeah, you don't have an AR, Chris.
I will.
Yeah.
He's saving his AR for last pick. He about to
I
have
think
kicks.
Chris has been boozling, bro. He was sitting here talking about AR propaganda, and I think he thinks.
I'm
I'm
taking strong
God, that was
subs
hard.
that will swap to ARs, but on top of that, like if the AR's meta, you can take like a mid AR, and I'm sure they're gonna put up okay stats. It's literally the broken meta right now. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. Chris was a
Lens,
bit
case
I
on
like
Lens.
Kason. Yeah, I like that. pick
Abizi,
from
Kenny,
Kason.
and Lens. That's actually not a bad squad. All
All
right,
right,
what are you
so-
thinking here, Chelly? Chelly, you need an
I
AR,
got-
maybe,
I
Chelly.
got 2 SMGs. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a SMG who will be playing AR very shortly.
You're taking
we're
Luke
picking- we're
Hughes.
picking
You're
Mac.
taking Austin Matthews. That's what I'm thinking.
We're picking back.
A good shout, man. It's a great shout.
Yeah, Mac plants bombs as well. He'll eat up some points.
Mm.
Hey, that Kyler Angie is open here, Nubby.
Think of booty.
No, don't worry. I'm in contact with time.
I think you pick King of Body here.
Yeah.
King who? That motherfucker not even on my big board.
The King of Bodies not on the board. You talking about King?
No, I'm just making shit up to be honest.
There's 2 Kings.
Man, this is tough. See, I need.
No,
trying to
you have
fuck
no
you.
option here. You have 1 pick and 1 pick only.
What do you mean I have 1 pick?
You got 1 pick and 1 pick only.
See if you know.
You
me,
could
who's
pick
my
Paul
pick?
Legs, but I don't know I don't know if they got him in New Jersey, bro.
No.
No,
Take
until
a
I
second,
see a
take
different jersey
second.
on that cat,
That's what I'm saying.
take
Like,
a
if he gets a
second,
bigger
look at the
jersey, I'm
board.
picking Paul, bro.
I'm not getting Liddy. Is that what you're talking about?
Look, no. Look at the board, Nub. Take 1 second. Look at the board.
Barry,
I
Don't
already
take
know
too
what
long.
I'm
You
doing.
got two,
You
fucking
have to
2
pick
minutes.
Kicks, bro.
I am,
He's
yeah,
number
I know.
5. Or he
Yeah.
was, what was he? Number 6.
Comeback player of the year right here. Know that.
Sib,
Comeback
what
player
are you
of the
picking,
year
Sib?
right
Picking Dante?
here. Absolutely. Oh, yeesh.
That's a good pick, Nub. Nub, that's a good pick.
Sometimes
Yeah,
you got a
that-
feeling, man.
That's
Sometimes
a good
you got a
pick.
feeling.
Late
on-
third? Late third?
Late
Good
third,
pick.
Sid. He
That's
was
good
going
value.
first.
Yeah,
He was going late first.
Dante's a good pick, I feel.
That's good value.
I was thinking Dante too, because I was just like, I have faith in him bouncing
There's only
back.
1 pick
Ain't no
there.
way he shits it all year.
I bet.
Respectfully.
That's insane.
Did it go through yet?
Yeah, you just gotta refresh.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'll refresh it right now so they can see it. Porter, you're
Yeah,
up.
give me a sec.
Like we just get to the end, and then I can see everybody's team except for Pat, and then I scroll over and I just see Snoopy Gwyn at the end. Really
Pat's
throwing me.
making his win guys combo, bro.
Yeah, he is.
He's cooking something.
You get a coach slot for JCap, a celeb shot.
It's a left shot.
Feel real good about this now.
What are you thinking, Porter? What are you thinking, man?
I think you go with Purge here.
It drafted. Not loaded.
Who'd you pick?
For
Abuza.
Abuza.
Ambuza regain with new teammate.
Abuza, huh? Okay. So Porter's got Hydra, Draza, and Abuza right now.
For combo.
And now we got the Slayer. We got Pat, who's currently with Snoopy and Gwyn. See what Pat decides to go with here. Pat, you actually could. Pat, you're finalizing your team here. Matter of fact, get 2 picks
am.
here.
Pat, you could actually go crazy right here.
Yes, you could.
Go crazy with what's left.
No, you could go crazy right here, Pat. Trust.
But I think I gotta go 04, sadly.
Mm-hmm.
Have to.
Sadly, should say.
You gotta go for here for sure.
Sadly, I actually think 04 is a pretty solid pick.
Yeah, but
Are
they
you
gotta,
you know
they
any
gotta
Arabic?
line up. I'm not going anyone on that team.
Why not?
Well, 1, their best player isn't playing, and 2, they can't win a game.
You need an AR too, Pat. You have 3 SMGs.
I know.
You
And we
need
have,
to win
we
a
have,
game. They
we
just
have
need
no
stats.
return on kicks, right? We have no.
No.
None.
He said
No data
indefinitely.
return at the moment.
Yeah, I think we're all awaiting Kicks to come back into the game, bro. We're all waiting for him.
They said indefinitely, bro.
Fuck it,
That guy's not
04.
coming back for a while.
Somebody just put in the chat that I missed the flank. Gino, what are you fucking... Gino, what's wrong with you? We're in the middle of the flank right now. We're doing a little fantasy draft, man. Matter of fact, we're on our last round of picks.
Oh, that's not true.
What do you mean that's not true? Are we picking subs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, bad. So we're almost on our last
And
round.
I had the bench spot, so it makes free agency like a little more spicy.
Question is, bro, like Lucky, Austin, Insight. I don't even know.
That's why you got to know your depth pick, bro. Going to be the key to winning.
Wait, Crim's team is kind of crazy.
I just like Lucky's obviously been pretty solid this year, but
Always
I can't pick
is.
him.
Grim's team is good, but I will say all three of those people, like Paco obviously is good, like respawn KDs, but Dak and Abuzo aren't necessarily the top last split on those. But there's a lot of like dirty work, control cap potential, S&D stuff going on there.
Austin.
I'm gonna start looking at
I
past
do
clock
you
here
go to
soon.
Austin, bro.
There we go.
Whoa! I had two picks there, Sam.
Yeah, no.
All right, who do I get?
I don't know, Crimsix. Who do you get?
You need.
I need another
you're
AR,
good.
right?
No, you can get whoever you want.
Yeah,
I mean, you're
so-
Yeah,
chilling.
sub. You have
whatever.
everything.
Yeah, you have a sub and an AR, so you're chilling. You can get like an AR or sub. You can do whatever. Just pick whoever you think will best fit your roster here.
Chat, what are we thinking?
You're going to the
I
chat,
hope it's
huh?
not my guy, bro. I mean, this is.
You're going to
This
the
could be a
chat. The
legendary
chat's
run
saying
here.
Purge. They're saying Purge, Insight, Kremp, Xnid,
No, he's talking about his
Skies.
I'm spamming King of Body in there.
They're saying Lucky.
I'm
P
spamming
Dog.
King of Body in there.
By the way, because people were talking about this Lucky thing, there was a 1 hour ago a CDC Intel tweet. It seems likely that Super may be trialing for the main Heretics lineup.
And he's on the list. Super's on
Is
the
that a
list.
lucky?
After a
I don't
third
even
is
know.
tippable.
I don't even know if it's instead of Lucky. It might be instead of Metals.
Did
Metals?
you say
There's a
Super?
lot- there's
Let
a lot
me
that
get in
can
his
do there.
DMs real quick.
Could be instead of Metals. Metals is not been.
Oh, is it me?
That'd be insane if they're
You
going to
go
make an instant
Kremp?
roster change after getting
I think
third, though.
Super's
It's
already
a
got.
Kremp,
I think
alright.
Super's a sub player.
Oh man, this is okay.
Could be wrong though.
Thinking of. What are you thinking of?
So here's the thing, Tom. This is my thought process. I'll let you in.
Okay.
We got damn Daniel Ghosty, the most well-rounded on my squad. He's gonna give me a little bit of everything this major.
Okay.
Objective kills, and then we got the absolute killmongers, bro. Fred and Sid, they're not doing a lick of objective. So I'm looking towards somebody like Insight right now. Need some hill time. You know what I mean? Definitely need some hill time. Maybe some first bloods, some ticks in control. That's where I'm at right now. The issue is, I don't know if I want to go AR or SMG.
Yeah, after this
You know,
new
with the
meta, man.
Yeah, I
new-
don't.
The meta's
Purge's
changing.
on the board too.
There's no way this meta lasts.
That's what I'm saying, bro. But big AR.
I don't know, Chris.
Pockets are deep here. Big
You know
AR.
what I mean?
Pockets
Big
are
AR's
deep.
been around.
There's AR prop going on
Pockets
right
are
now,
deep,
Chris.
man.
I don't
You
know,
know-
man.
We got good bones over here.
I'm gonna take a risk
Everlasting.
here, man. We're gonna go Insight.
You want
I
insight?
need my OBJ King, man. Maybe tee up in SNG, give me my ticks. That's a squad, right?
Interesting.
That's a squad.
Chelly, was that your pick, Chelly, or no?
No, I wasn't gonna. I don't want two guys from the same team, so I need an AR, and my options are slim.
All right, what are you thinking?
You know, I'll trade you. We could make it. We could work. We could work
Yeah, we
trades.
could probably work
Yeah,
something
we could
out.
work trades. Show.
Dude, I don't know. Like no
Big
bullshit.
AR. Big AR.
I mean, dude, I want to take Cammy, but he's literally the worst AR that's left. But,
That's just
That's
My
insane.
bad, Cam.
Yeah, what the
but I
fuck?
believe in Cammy. Like I believe in a bounce.
But if he's the worst, then take one of the Falcons guys.
I mean,
Fuck.
I'm not taking Wixel, and yeah, no, that's cooked. Dude, I don't know. I'm leaning.
Paul X could get a new jersey. That's all I'm saying. Could get a new jersey.
He's
like,
cutting the blood flow off to his brain. He couldn't
That's
make
what I'm,
plays,
his
bro.
jersey's way too tight. I'm not gonna say it again, man. This guy another jersey, bro.
That's insane, bro.
dude, chat. It's very thin pickings right now. All right, very thin.
I mean, you got one pick here, Chelly. I'm gonna be honest with you.
P-Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the pick. That's
Yeah.
done.
That's it.
You got it. That's the pick right there.
Got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
Lock,
100%.
good pick, Chelly.
All right.
Kason, you
Yo,
got one
Kelly's
pick here.
team is dust.
Yo, who's he
yo.
going with? Sam.
Chelly's team is dirt.
Yo, holy shit, that is some BGL levels of ass, man. That's
Chelly,
BGL
Chelly,
levels.
I'm taking that shit. I'm taking the
I
under.
don't know. I don't know about Chelsea, bro.
Good lordy,
Yeah,
that is
I can't believe
grotesque, man.
Oh man, Kason's tweaking
Yeah, Sam.
right
Who
now.
do you
by
think
the way.
Kason's picking? Who do you think? Because Sam, you've been
He's
on
gonna
point.
get. Nah, I actually have been on point. He's gonna get.
I think he's gonna get Purge.
He's gonna get. Nah, he's gonna get Reese.
It's
No,
either
he's gonna
Purge.
pick-
He's
he's gonna
either
pick
going
Reese.
Purge or
I think
Reese,
he's gonna
bro.
get Reese. I think he's gonna get Reese.
Can we circle back? Chelly took the unders on all 4 of his team the entire
He was pure
rotation.
unders other than Toby.
Pure unders
that whole
and,
roster.
and then he just drafted
He got
that
a
squad
second
of
mortgage on a
team
P-Dog
under. He's hedging
Tayson-
his
Tayson's
bets. I like that. I like that. He's hedging
going vivid
here.
here.
I'm gonna hit you up off stream, and we can make a trade happen for sure.
What?
Nah, there ain't no
have
trade.
to-
I don't want no
You're
shit
gonna
on
have to
that.
offer the
I
whole
don't want no
team,
dog
brother.
shit on that. I don't want no dog shit on that.
Tell me that
Shelly,
shit off
you took
stream.
Kleenex over Hydra, bro.
Bro, have you watched this COD?
Yes.
That's actually a good. I don't mind that pick.
Kleenex been going. He got me hella points.
Toby's been going crazy. He went Kyler.
No.
I like that. It's a good stash pick.
Invest in your
I was,
game.
I was
That's
gonna
a
pick
good
up.
stash
I was
pick.
gonna pick him up as my sub. Why did
Invest
he
in
pick
your
Kyler?
game.
That's a great stash pick. He pulled the nub, bro.
Why did he?
Unfortunately,
He goes Kyler.
when
Why
you
did you
copy
Kyler,
a genius, you're normally too late, man. Kyler's not coming back this minute.
Yeah.
Already got off the phone with him.
Already got off the phone with him.
Probably under a contract, no?
Nah, I don't
That
think
guy's
so.
on the sidelines, man. Until
I don't
major
think
3.
so.
Y'all made this easy for me.
They
And if he,
used to
and if
be
he
on
is
people
optic,
like
if he
fire.
is, I think optic will let him go wherever.
I'm taking his guys. I think he's gonna bounce back this stage.
Yeah, Sam locked
Tayson
in
also
Vivid
picked
instantly,
Kyler
bro.
Before he fucking
Ooh, it's up
finished
to
his
That
team.
was my other choice.
That makes one of us, Chris.
Sloptane,
The
bro.
one- you picked the one-eyed Raven.
That was free.
Who you
That
thinking,
shit fell
Benjay?
from,
Who you
from
thinking,
Nub all
man?
the way to me. I'll take it.
Vivid? Yeah. He didn't look great in his pro day. He didn't. Combine was alright though.
I just need Neptune to do good.
What you thinking, Ben?
Not a lot of good choices, Tom.
Yeah, what's your heart telling you, Ben? What's your heart
I'm
telling you?
gonna let it pop up. And you guys
Ben's
will
where
say-
I was at. I was on the
Bro.
wire for Lucky and Purge,
Bro,
and Cammy.
Purge is still there, bro.
I was on the wire for Cammy, fucking Awake and Lucky the whole time.
They're gone through. Did they go through?
I don't know. You want me to refresh?
Yeah,
Did you pick?
Refresh. Yeah.
That's a Purge angle, right, Benja?
You'll
I
see.
don't know.
Jay.
He went with Super.
I actually don't hate that, Benja. Okay, we're going double Miami cheese.
I'm just
Oh,
going for the
boy.
stash,
Invest in
bro.
your game. I like that.
I don't know, bro. Metals is still up there,
Yeah, 0.8.
and Paulie.
I know what Ben's gonna do. He's gonna put Lucky on the bench and interchange him if they play.
Lucky's a good shout, honestly.
You guys got to pick Lucky. Don't let him get on the bench spot.
Oh my God, we're saboing.
We're
He's trying to
colluding.
handcuff? Is Ben trying to handcuff right now?
I go triple Miami.
I know we got
cheese.
AR.
I don't know.
handcuffs.
Usually you don't take the handcuff before, the main starters, all I'm saying.
What the fuck does that even mean?
You don't know about handcuff in
Like
fantasy
you take
football?
a
You draft
backup
the
running
backup.
back.
Yeah.
What are you
So if
thinking,
the running
Gersh? What are you
back that
thinking,
draft on
man?
the same team.
I was sitting on Trey Benson for the whole year, just waiting, bro.
I'm a big Madsen owner over the last couple
Big
of
Wake,
years.
Big Wake is right there, guys.
Yeah, Big Wake is
I was
also right
looking
there.
at Big. I'll be honest. I was throwing some feelers. towards
Listen,
Big
boys,
Wake.
as a big Wake owner, just major one, he's great.
He
Yeah,
didn't
I
even
mean,
make the playoffs. He could have been that good.
He's fantastic. One of the better picks on the board right now.
I feel like I'm
Who
being,
do you guys think's team is worse?
Been led
Shelly's
astray.
or Benjay's?
Kelly's
I'm
may be the worst
confused.
I've ever seen.
Kelly's
Kelly's
might
may
have
be
the worst team in
I've ever seen.
fantasy history.
Hold on. What about my team is
I
bad?
actually don't mind Chelly's team.
Everything.
That's
Everyone
all.
know everything.
You
What
had a
about
great
it?
one
It's
too,
good.
Chelly. After that, you chalked it.
Okay, Max gonna be on AR in like 2 games from now.
Who the fuck is Jelly? How's he know?
bro. I just
Wait,
can't believe my
sources.
options right now.
Chelly's
Like,
got
what am I
sources.
looking
I
at?
might need to.
I
I
think
might,
you-
I
I
might
think
need to
you go
pick
to
up
fi-
Encourage. I might need to pick
I
up
think you go with the
Encourage,
Fire
bro.
40 pick here.
Tom,
Fire
at
40
this
pick.
point, yeah, bro.
I might need to get
You go with
I
the
might need
Fire
to
40.
get somebody and get Encourage as my sub, just in case he gets picked up, dude.
Like,
Not a
who
bad
are
shout.
these kids, bro?
You go with the Fire 40 pick.
Yo, why is Classic and I'm about to draft Classic for the vibes.
That's like throwing Tom. That's like throwing
Oh.
Tom Brady on the championship roster.
Yeah, just straight,
Fucking Nicky
just straight
D.
locker room vibes. We need it.
Fuck, dude. I hate this team.
Big Wake. All right, well,
Gersh hates his team. Gersh hates his team.
I'm going with
shut the fuck up,
Purge, and I'm going with Lucky for my.
Tom's
Good,
team's
Tom.
really-
That's a great
Tom's
one
team's
too.
really
Tom,
good,
that's
bro.
a good
Yep.
turn out of you, Tom.
Yep.
That's a good fucking turn.
And I knew instantly too.
That's a
Knew
good
instantly.
turn.
Yep. Paige
You got
and
a good
Lucky.
team. Yeah, your team looking hella good.
My team's looking. It's good. It's looking well rounded, Sam. It's looking well
Yeah,
rounded.
team.
You got a good bench.
Hey, Benji.
Case. The back pocket lucky's not a bad one.
Our like bench spot does the player play, or is this just like like
No, it's literally like a
inactive?
bench spot.
You can basically,
saying-
you can trade them. You can put them into your main lineup without having to go through like the little like
I got a feeling
the trade timer.
Not bad, huh? Not bad.
Yeah, no,
Illy,
how,
you'll
how
see.
is Nick on here but not Illy? Is it? I can't.
Oh,
Illy's
he's
on
here. He's
He is
here.
on here.
Oh, I found. Oh my god, I was looking for Yoda King. Let's go home.
Well, it's funny you say that
it.
because that's kind of what I was feeling. You feel me? A little voice in my head went, "Yo, Gersh, you should pick me up," and I was like,
I knew you were
Maybe
gonna
that's
pick
him,
Illy,
bro.
bro. You're such an easy read.
You know,
Gersh.
y'all know how many times I've watched Illy
"Tom,
play
I haven't
Byron
picked him
version.
yet, dickhead."
You're picking
Yo,
Illy, bro. You love Illy. You love him.
You're not waking up for
No,
twos?
I don't. Bro, Nameless started
not
the
waking
whole
up for
thing that he
twos,
was
that's
my
why your dog
cousin,
shit
which he
am.
isn't, by the way. Feel me?
Just
Wait,
straight
name-
Canadian.
name
Your dog
was-
shit am.
Amos said he was your cousin. That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It's actually nuts.
Yo, Dot,
I
I
hate the
didn't.
torch,
Yo,
bro.
Dot,
I hate
I
the
didn't. I
torch.
didn't make the order, bro. Ben made it, and he randomly randomized it. Didn't you, Ben? Didn't you randomly
It's a
randomize?
random order.
Randomized
That
it.
shit's not random, bro. Me and
Yeah,
Pat,
yeah, randomly
same exact
randomized
spots.
it. Yeah.
Me and Pat, same exact spots.
Gersh, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Did Ben screen share when he did this?
You're sitting
No,
through
it
Daily
ain't
right now,
automatic.
Gersh.
Hey,
Yeah, shit, brother.
I'll see you guys major 3, all right?
Bet. Good looks. Yo, your team is not. Actually, Chelly's
Shut
team is
the
better than
fuck up.
Gersh's. No
Dude, my
bullshit.
team's literally the
Nah.
best.
Chelly's
Who did
team's
you
better
pick?
than Gersh's.
I got to refresh, or did you not pick?
No, I'm not gonna lie. Kason's
you
team
picked
is
medals?
dog shit
I
as
picked-
well. Kelly's may not have the worst.
No,
team.
mine's
Ben, you
good.
fucking pussy.
That's a good pick, Benjamin. That's a good pick.
No way.
I
Ben
literally
just
have him ready.
did that.
Is it possible fellow gets
Sam's
picked up?
handcuffed. Sam's
Oh,
handcuffed.
I'm actually
Gets
tight.
snatched.
Oh, I'm actually tight.
Ben, that's a
He wasn't even
phenomenal
confident in the one
Listen,
I
there-
rated.
Oh
He wasn't
my
even confident.
god,
Listen,
I'm
there-
actually tight.
There's a wild Lunars on the board.
Pick. What
That's
about
all
what
the
about
signs
Dill,
for
bro? You might need to
bro.
get Dill, Sam.
No way.
I might need to get Dill.
Wait, we didn't pick a stat.
Is it because I said Boston felony? Is that
Wait,
God damn it.
Highly
Ben,
felt
you
like
actually
before
that
that.
was actually a
Imagine being a
phenomenal
starting
snipe.
lineup, not getting
That's
picked on this.
insane.
Ben, that was
Yeah.
a great snipe.
Thank
How
you.
did Dylan not get
I'd be
picked?
so offended.
I thought Gersh was out. We're gonna take the Lunars or fella. I was ready to take over the other one was, but
Wait, that's
What's that?
disrespectful that we didn't pick Dylan. Not gonna lie.
I mean,
I just think
stats
the-
don't lie.
the problem is you know what I'm saying? Like, Compass is gonna
Mm.
still be playing. Oh my god.
Yo,
I'm just
Kicks
saying.
Kicks could be a good shout as a substitute. You never know if Kicks is coming back, bro.
That guy's out indefinitely,
All right, listen,
bro.
bro. We're at the end of
Think
the
so?
draft right now. We're drafting randos.
Wait,
Going
is
out for the
Lunars on
darts,
here?
bro.
Nicky D, man.
He's not.
No
King
way.
is not a rando. Like,
Yo,
That
Ben,
pissed
do me a
Chelly off.
favor.
That pissed him off.
Who's got a harder split, C9 or Boston?
C9 because they're C9.
I think C9.
All C9 splits are hard.
C9 is Toronto, Vancouver, Vegas, Boston, LAG,
Wait, one
Carolina.
more time.
like that, Sam.
Paul, one more time. One more time.
Okay,
United
C9
States?
schedule is Toronto, Vancouver, Vegas, Boston, LAG, Carolina, phase, and Boston's harder. Vegas, LAG, Toronto, C9, Thieves, phase, Miami.
Pick and attach, and I'm going to interchange them depending on who they play that week.
Yeah, that's smart. That's actually smart, Duarte.
Wait, how's Cobra looking at this game?
I would go Lunars before I go Cobra.
I think I'm gonna do the
Yeah.
same thing with Purge and Lucky. I think I'm gonna bounce. I think I'm gonna just keep swapping them in and out depending on who they play.
Can you? You have enough? Yeah, you will. You'll have a 2 or 3. Yeah, you're good.
So we did a poll.
That's dependent
With
on if Lucky
players?
plays. If not, so if in place of whoever. Is Lucky or Metals might rumored according to Benjay. Look at him. He's
Yo,
got
who
super on the
is-
board.
I can't believe Ben sniped T-Fell like that. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean,
Whoa.
I think Fel comes in
Insane.
and, respawn, we'll see, but the guy, last time he was in the league, he was a fucking
Wait,
double
Super-
digit par in surge.
But Super's an SMG player,
Yeah,
so why would they drop? Why would they bench Lucky?
they can move.
They can move
They have a
whatever,
lot of
but-
flexibility with their team.
Do they? Who are they gonna move to? Who are
Who
they moving to an AR?
Supers ran both.
One could definitely run a sub.
Oh,
And
wait,
Metals,
why
just
would
ran
they?
both.
Why would
Metals,
they
yeah,
drop
that's what I was
Lucky
gonna say.
over Metals?
Rencourt
Super's
is
a
not
flex.
running a sub when he just had like
Yeah,
one of,
Rencourt's
like,
not
a
running a
better
sub.
rookie
I would hope not, but I
performances
mean, he
with an AR.
theoretically could, I think.
Wait, but
Why
why
not,
would they
so?
not drop Metals?
I don't know who they're going to fucking drop, brother.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, based
There's
on
no
what we-
reason for them
Oh,
to not drop medals.
Did
if
you
you're
pick
gonna
Chris?
position.
Yeah, I think Metals is, watching them play, I think Metals is the most inconsistent player.
he got attached.
All right, I'm dropping him.
They got
Good
attached.
I
job.
got attached. It just didn't refresh.
It's K-Son. Someone might have to ping him.
Kason probably knows. Is he here, Ben? You're talking to him?
I'm texting him. And
I thought we were
say,
done.
You're up. If it auto drafts a bench spot for him, I don't give a fuck.
He took
Oh,
nasty.
you got
Nasty.
nasty.
Took Byron.
All right, I'm gonna take my
Byron
last
could have a
guy.
bounce back.
Joe Myron.
All I gotta say is Stallions for life.
That's a
There we
good
go.
pick.
There
That's a
we
good
go.
pick.
Charlie,
There we go, Charlie.
There we go, Charlie. There we go.
Come on, Nubler.
No
Oh,
lunar.
shit.
No,
Be
no
thinking,
lunar's crazy.
what are you thinking?
Who would
Haggy,
Lunars get
Haggy,
picked
shut
up
the
to?
fuck up. Haggy, shut the fuck up. Haggy, shut the fuck up.
Who the fuck is F Dot? That's who I'm thinking in Big Head.
Wait, who would Lunars even get picked up to? though?
Isn't Big Head in college
I
cut?
don't know. He's on a challenger team with like Cruz and Dak, I think, and Wiz.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, what team would even pick him up?
Wait, no, are you talking about Lunars or so?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah,
no,
Lunars.
no, I thought you were talking about Big Head. I mean, a team that needs a good AR. Shit's a AR meta. That guy's goated.
Yeah, we did a poll at Major 1 of like who pros think is going to be next picked up. Neptune was first, Lunars was second.
Yeah, but like, who's his connection? Like, teams.
He's on Fellows. Well, I don't know about that, but he's on
The
Fellows
league.
team in the challengers, so I don't know.
Yeah, but gotta have like somebody on a team.
I
that you know.
don't think Neptune really had connections with.
Yeah, but Neptune's been in the league, so it's a little different.
Hey man,
Yeah,
never know.
Krim will tell you about that.
Rambo
Ben-
Ray was looking at Neptune the whole time.
Going Nicky D here or what? No, going Nicky D for the vibes.
Why is nobody
I
picking
mean,
Fire
when
40?
you have an absolute star-studded 4, you don't need no bench spot. I need an assistant coach here.
Was someone calling out my name?
Yeah, yo, Ben, you have 3 players.
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm aware
this
of
is
what I
tough.
have at
That's
the
good
moment.
work.
Ben is hoping he's gambling basically.
How much time I got left?
I will say
Ben, who you
the
starting
only
with?
stat
A minute and a
where
half. Nope. Minute and 20
Every
seconds.
other stat's an average except for the plant and diffuse thing. That's the one we had
Absolutely.
3 before.
Still in the draft, assistant coach.
But looking
And
at what was
classic
available at the
dash.
bottom, I went
Chief
for
Vibes
the
officer.
side.
Chief Vibes officer, he'll never sniff the star
I
lineup
like the
on this.
forehead.
Classic.
Classic.
He went with classic.
Why go with Nick? You were just wasting a roster spot.
Yo, can
brother.
can
No,
I
he's
play
not. He
Ben?
got an assistant GM.
He's got an
Yeah, I play
assistant
Ben.
You
coach.
understand? It's about the culture that we
Nick's your
build.
assistant GM.
I believe system, Ben. It's the system.
Ben,
Holy shit, learn ball.
roster spots. Ben, you have 2 guys that aren't in the league.
Yo, can I
Yeah, he's chirping me.
One's a sub, and Tyler's going to be in the league shortly. I
Damn,
feel.
y'all just insta picked. Holy shit.
Bro, can I match up against Ben first week or no?
Yo, Dylan didn't get paid. Oh, he did get paid.
No, he got paid.
Okay.
Kason just
how
put in
do
the
I drop
chat too
someone?
that
He went
he
unpicked.
wanted to attach, but he got snagged up.
Not gonna lie, I'm
went
liking my
unpicked?
team.
Cammy didn't get picked.
All right,
and
so
then
we'll
the rest
go
of
we'll go through the
Falcons.
teams. We'll go from the back of the draft up. So we
My
got
bad,
Pat's team is Snoopy, Gwyn, 04, Slasher, and Kicks on his bench. Crimsix is Hydra, Draza, Abuza, Kremp, and Paul X on his bench. Enables got Pred, Dan Ghosty, Sib, Insight, and Classic on his bench.
Back to back.
We got Chelly. He's got Kleenex, TJ, Mac, Priesta, and Encourage on his bench. Kason went with a Beezy, Kenny, Linz, Hook, and Nasty on his bench. So Kason, he's hoping that Hook gets back in there with another roster. We'll see if that happens. We got Duarte, we got Parasite with Shotzi, Envoy, Neptune, Skies, and Attach on the bench. We got Sam Octane with Simp, Beans, Real, Vivid, and King on the bench. Benjay went with Dashi, Kismet, Rencor, Super, and Tyler Fellow. Gersh went with Scrap, Nero, Estriel, Awakening, and Metals. And in my
Nope,
team,
nope. Just drop medals for Lunars.
That's insane.
did you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well,
Interesting choice.
Metals has been dropped, and Gersh picked up Lunars. And then I
I don't know
have...
how y'all let the number
How do you
5
do that
guy
fast?
overall go dead last. That's crazy.
Intel, and then I have Celium, Joe Deceives, Geo, Purge, and Lucky on the bench.
So
So
make sure you guys set your fucking lineups, by the way.
yes, we'll be set our lineups. Chat, who do you think has the best team? Who do you think has
Just
the best
go to
team? Chat?
If you're on desktop, go to a team and then drag and drop.
Everybody said my team was the worst last blood chat and I almost won.
I gotta
so
check
you
the
guys are
schedule.
non-ball
Yeah,
knowers.
that's because the format sucked. Man.
Hey,
You got
boy,
bailed
wasn't
out.
nobody close to me. Let that
Who
be
I
known.
got round one, bro?
Gersh
Me
went-
versus
there were people
Kason,
close
week
here.
one. Cooked.
Oh, it's
Absolutely.
me versus
Leave it-
Chelly. I'm about to put belt to ass in this cat.
Wait,
That's my
is this,
squad right
fucking
there.
is this starting next week? Because it says February 20th.
Whoa.
And February 20th?
Wait, how do I select, Ben? What do I do?
No,
this?
it
You
should
just
be
drag
this
him
week.
in. You
I
go to
don't
team, you just
Oh,
drag
it's
him
know.
up.
No, it's not.
No, it says 20th. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were saying there's a lot of mixed opinions. People like Crim's team a lot, with Hydra, Draza,
I'm
Abuza,
gonna talk
Kremp, and
to
Paul X.
Austin, see.
Yeah, but I feel like
I'm playing the comeback game, dude.
I think Crim has the best team. If you look at it, like if those guys squatted up against all of the squads, Crim's is the best squad. But on a fantasy lineup, I just
I don't know.
know.
Cramps on a downtrend. Abuza can't buy one in
Mine's the
Vancouver.
most
I
hungry,
don't know,
man. Mine's the most hungry.
Yeah,
know
Nub,
that.
as defending
bro,
Nub, as
bro,
the
you think-
defending champion of Stage 1, how do you feel about your team, Nub?
Bro, you
I'm
think
gonna say this.
Paco
I'm
was
gonna say this.
Okay.
My team had a purpose before everybody else had an opinion on my team. Know
All right,
that.
Jalen
my
Hurts.
Hungry dogs run faster. Fred's coming back.
And Jalen Hurts
number
over here.
one. Number
Hurts to
one.
be
He's
one.
going number one. Know that.
Yeah, that I pretty much had that same take last major, and then look what happened.
Bro, I got the best player on 3 teams.
Did you?
Yeah, Snoopy's
Snoopy
the best
went
on
0 for.
Boston. Yeah, I got
The
really.
three dog shit
No.
teams.
Okay, that's cap. That's cap.
Whoa,
No
my bad.
TJ Hill.
Carolina's
Damn.
top 2.
I bet Ravens.
Yo, Nub, you trying to?
What
side
about
bet
TJ,
our
Pat?
matchup?
I mean,
Oh, yeah, we could do
TJ's just
ciders.
streaky, you know.
Wait, Chelly.
All
I
right,
want
wait.
you.
Who's got
Let's
the
talk.
worst team though?
The worst team?
Ben
Yeah,
has
Kelly.
Kelly eligible players.
Yeah, it's
I think I can put Nikki D in my starting
Kelly,
lineup and
man.
beat Kelly's team. That
Kelly's
ass.
team is dirt, and Ben can't field the lineup. So I
Nikki
don't know
D's
which
been
one.
retired for months
We'll
now.
see.
Wait, hold on. Why does Ben have 3 players? I'm confused.
Because
Because Super
Super's
isn't
not on the
picked up
team
yet.
yet, and Fellow's not in the league. So he
Real
only-
risky on a
Yeah,
bet.
in the league, yeah.
That's real
Oh,
risky.
Ben got insider
risky,
info.
bro.
Ben
You gotta play
insider
what you
secrets.
guys-
Ben's
play what
trading
you
on
can, bro.
insider info. We got to get this guy out of the league, man.
Quick
We'll see.
question: if he only has 3 players starting, is he technically at an advantage because there's one less player, which means his
That's what I
average?
was thinking
No,
last
no,
time.
there's categories where I'll be at a disadvantage.
See,
Like what?
like what? Because the thing,
Total bomb plants and defuses, for
Hill
example.
time, right? And then Hill time too.
you know, because
No, because it's held time for 10.
K-Sun said Ben's team is fucking dog shit. Laugh my ass off. That's insane.
That's interesting because
Yo,
K-Sun was basically dead last in the league.
K-Son, I was reading your picks for a little while, man. You threw me
Yeah.
off
Hey,
on the
Chelly.
Tyler one, though.
Yes, sir.
I want Tej.
Uh,
With your PayPal.
I mean, apparently my team's dirt, so like you can just have.
Whoa,
it for
whoa,
free.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Guys, you trying to make some trades or maybe some money on top?
I mean, I'm down. Chelly,
Son.
free free tour of the Credit Union of Texas Event Center at Major 2 if you give me Tej.
Wait, before before we
Tours
end
we're
this, Tom,
offering? What?
I mean,
happened,
what
uh,
else do I have, Ben? I can get a raise.
What'd you say, Ian?
before you guys get into the rest of the flank, are we putting funds down in this?
Another 10, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't even get paid.
10
I
bands?
thought we did 10 gifted
Wait, you got
last time,
frauded?
but
Oh, Ben.
I got
Hey,
paid
Ben's
from
got
like
reimbursed.
you and
Reimbursed.
Nah. What we need to do is get a middleman and send money to a middleman. That way, at the end of it,
Reimbursed,
somebody
bro.
gets
I'm
paid.
not paying. I'm not no more ethics
you know
out
what
of me,
Sam,
man.
you gifted me instantly.
Nah. Tom,
Nah,
I don't got
reimburse
money.
me.
Ben's got me, though.
You might send
solid.
back.
All right, well, chat.
I
this
think we
was,
should though, so people don't
Hold
fuck
on.
around.
There's no way K-Sun saying I didn't even set my lineup half the season using that as an excuse, brother. You're a fucking adult. You could set your own lineup,
No
brother.
way.
The
No
fuck?
way.
What kind of weird comment is that, brother?
Ben,
No
get that low
way.
taper
Not
face,
fucking
start acting
7, my
up.
guy. You knew that you gotta set a fucking lineup.
Yeah, we got Liddy in here. He said, I'll middleman, no problem. Liddy's trying to be the middleman. Nah,
Yo,
I don't know.
Austin,
Liddy would
Austin,
run
what
away
You
with
gotta
a
have
pass.
property. You gotta have property to be a middleman, so ladies disqualified or get shots.
That's insane.
Don't
All
take
right.
that
two homes? Sorry,
non-property owners.
Well, chat, this is
be
the
the
fantasy.
middleman.
These are the squads. So let us know in the comments down in the YouTube section who you think has the best team. Ian is the defending champ, so congrats to Ian. We'll see if he can hold the crown. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see what happens here. And thank you to all the guests, bro. Thank you guys for all joining up. I mean, you guys are more than welcome to stay if you want, like Nub and Porter and Chelly and all you guys, Gersh and all you guys. I mean, we're just going to talk about some other stuff that's going on. And we're going to do a quick tier list. Before we hop into the tier list, though, I want to talk GAs. Because that's like the
here
hot
we
topic
go.
right now. That's the hot topic right now. Want to talk
Here we
GAs?
fucking go.
So as everybody knows, the submachine gun attachments have been taken off of the submachine gun, and now they can't use anything except for game twist, right? No barrel, no muzzle, except for game, or you can use game twist, but you can't use a muzzle, correct? Am I getting that wrong?
Yeah. No, you're right. And then they're using recoil springs.
Yeah. So obviously that's caused a lot of controversy with the community because Ranked Play also updated their settings to where people have to run that now. So the Jackal's kind of dog shit in Ranked Play as well. Again, I'll give my opinions on it quickly. I'm just a little worried about it. I actually really liked how the meta was because we had 2 ARs and we had 2 subs. And then that flex player was actually switching to a third sub, which made him a proper flex, right? So we were actually seeing 3 subs on the map at times. And yes, sometimes we would see 4 subs, but I don't think that's going to change because of map design. I mean, it might change with the C9 out. I just worry now that we might not have a flex anymore. So I really hope that doesn't happen because I really enjoyed watching that third sub come out and seeing a flex player actually switching guns. Like, it kind of brought me back to the old days of COD where we actually had a proper flex.
You don't think people are still pulling out third, fourth sub?
I don't know.
One and Ahasi?
Me personally, no. I don't think so. I think they'd be crazy to pull out a third sub now. With how the game feels, to me, I think
but you played like fucking 3 maps. Like you played 3 maps on it. I'm curious what pros have like.
You also weren't allowed to use recoil springs because that was banned in rank.
I mean, yeah, bro. Listen, I also watch the game every day, Ben, and I can see what the Yamas does, especially in close quarter situations. Like, the Yamas is not a bad gun by any means. It's a great gun. I know there's a lot of AR propaganda going around that the gun is not good, but it is very good. The Yamas is really, really good.
People will probably still pull out like 4 subs, like P1 and stuff like that. But
so what? 4 C9s, Chris, or Jackals?
No, this is gonna be a Jackal because I think they GA'd everything else.
I don't know about that, Chris. I don't know.
At least on P1 Vault and Hacienda, you won't see it just because you can actually dominate the hallways than they are now. But I think people looked at this GA the wrong way, and I think that players don't objectively actually know what was wrong with the Jackal. I think people overestimated how much long barrel actually helped its range, and I think people were kind of just using that as the main culprit as to why people were running so many subs and getting map. When, in my opinion, I think what really made the gun OP is, 1, the recoil, just easy to control. Obviously, a lot of people complained about the visual recoil nerf. So I think removing maybe muzzle attachments or stuff like that was warranted. I don't think the barrel was warranted. I think people kind of overestimated that. And now you're running into a situation where the AMES not only shoots faster than the Jackal, but unless you are within, I think it's about 14 to 15 meters, the AMES will kill you faster all the way up until basically infinity, because its 5-shot range is damn near infinite for multiplayer. So I personally think the range is just stupid. Mm-hmm. I want to go on and tell you more, but I'm gonna let you guys talk before I even talk about more shit.
Hey, what do you think, Sam? What do you think about the GA right now? You like it or no?
I don't know what the goal was, is my thing, because like the mobility and the handling of the gun is similar. Like the recoil pattern changed a little bit because you went from muzzle to recoil springs instead, so the pattern is naturally different. But I just don't know what the idea of the GA was going after. Like, were they just trying to make the sub worse in just some way? Or like I'm confused because, one, the map design, like you said, Tom, the Jackal is still a good ass weapon. It's still good. We're sitting here saying it's going to be 3 ARs. No, it's not. I don't think it is.
I don't think it's going to be 3 ARs. I don't think it'll be 3 ARs. I just don't know if we'll see the 3 sub again. I don't know. You still think we'll see more of a flex?
I think it's going to be the same.
Think so?
I think it's going to be the exact same.
I think it's going to be the same. The game's just going to feel worse to play.
I think it's going to be the exact same. The maps are still sub-oriented. The gun is still not hard to shoot. You still have similar recoil pattern. Like, it's not like it's just impossible to shoot at mid-range anymore. You can still use the weapon. They're pro players. But, I mean, they didn't... I'm just confused because I don't know what they were going after. Because it's what Chris said. The gun, you could just get caught sprinting, pull up in half a millisecond and kill somebody. Like, the gun is just the handling. That's why it's good.
Yes.
I don't know what the objective of the GA was.
And that leads me to a conversation that I don't really know if people even discussed, or why they haven't even thought of this or even played without it, or maybe they're just crutching on it because of the way the movement was designed. But all slide to fire speed grips in this game are crutches. Reason being is you essentially can't cancel out sprint out time by sliding. That's why you see when everyone engages, what do people do? No one just pulls up off the hip anymore. They hit slide, they cancel their sprint out time, and they insta shoot. Why is it that these ARs complain that the sub is so good? You really think it's because they're getting mapped at range? If the guy's getting mapped at range, even with the old meta, most of the time it's still just good shots. Do you want to know why they're complaining? Because ARs can't fucking move and have the mobility of the Jackal.
That's why they switched to Infiltrator.
Exactly. Why is it that people are not going after slide to fire grips like Ergonomic, or I think the other one's the Commando or something like that? I can't remember. It's a different one, but it's slide to fire. What happened to catching people sprinting in COD? What that was like the main AR's thing. It's like, oh, if you're holding an iron and an AR or submachine gun sprints at you, unless you react late or your positioning is dog shit, you're gonna kill the player. Nowadays, you just run into situations where SMGs are just click and slide and killing you basically off the hip. I think there are people who are attacking this wrong, and that's why. And another thing is the single tap run, right? Single tap was not or is allowed this year. So
Correct.
not only are people abusing the fact that you can instantly shoot off your hip because of the slide to fire grips, but everyone is literally running around like they have fucking moon boots on. Like I don't think the gun is really that bad. I think it's literally just the mobility of it, the versatility of it when coming off the hip. If you got rid of ergo grip and CQB grip or whatever it's called, and basically made it so if you just sprinted around like an actual moron, you basically were pre-aimed to death by ARs, then SMGs would actually have to think about how they engage and run around the map as opposed to just banging shit out, sliding, and insta-shooting. But that's just me.
You think, Chris, also maybe some AR should turn their sends up? That helps with some of the CQC fights?
I mean, that's an...
Turn their sense up?
I mean, I don't know if necessarily that's like going to help
no, it's
anything.
Not sold, but I mean, it's just I'm saying to the piece of the like slide on CQC problem.
But put it this way, right? When you're playing Hacienda or Volt, right? Those are the two main culprits. They're P1s. Right? A lot of people are pulling out subs. Why is it that people pull out subs? It's not because the gun is just that much better. It's because when you are running down and closing the gaps in those tiny hallways, you can instantly shoot your gun if you get caught off guard. Whereas if you're an assault rifle player and you're running around like that, even with ergo grip, you cannot get your gun up fast enough. Because when both AR and sub are pre-aiming, it's a relatively even fight. But when you are sprinting, you insta-die with an AR. You don't even have a chance to react. Ergo grip, CQB grip, they are the primary factors as to why SMGs are naturally broken in this game. So people are attacking this GA wrong. They're trying to nerf recoil and range. Brother, you're still going to get sprinted at and insta-die. That is not the issue. People are just crutching on these things because of the feel of the game and the movement. That's just, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
Pat, what do you think about all this? What do you think about all these GAs, Pat? Do you agree with the GAs? Do you think it doesn't matter? I mean, where's your head at with this, Pat?
I'm kind of aligned with Sam, where I just don't think it's gonna change much. But I wanted to speak on the Treyarch thing. I'm actually really surprised that they instantly applied that to rank play. Like that seemed really fast. Yeah, like too fast almost. Because I mean, we know like some of these GAs they could be reverted in like 2 days. Players back to normal. And
I didn't expect that.
Already in ranked is kind of absurd. Especially when like maps are in ranked that aren't in the rotate. I don't know. It's just weird. That was a weird thing. I don't know like what the pressure maybe from the league just relaying that information was, but that was surprising to me. Yeah, I think I tend to agree with Sam. I don't think it's going to change much. And
I genuinely wish pros would play scrims one day without slide to fire grips, no CQB, no ergo, and tell me that the AR and the sub is not more balanced when the submachine gun can't insta shoot you off the hip and actually has to think of engagements. Yes, sliding is good. You can still slide cancel to engage, and you could still use sliding and all that stuff to close distance or evade. But being able to just shoot without punishing, movement it's never been how COD is. Even with the old slide cancels, you still got punished.
Scrappy just put in the chat. No one is complaining about getting sprinted at. It's a sub that's where it's best. The conversation was about the 4-bullet range. So I guess it's just trying to minimize the range on the sub is where I guess the argument was.
If they're just worrying about the range, then why are they nerfing the recoil? Why not choose one? Why are you nerfing everything about the weapon?
Right, and also,
am I tweaking?
Apparently, Ernie got kicked out the GA chat because he's calling everybody brain dead. So they ended up kicking him out.
Scott makes a good point. I mean, they heavily teach the recoil like 2 major patches ago, like in December.
Oh, they didn't actually adjust the recoil. It's just the visual. But on top of that, okay, if we're talking about so the range is fine. Like I said, if you want to range if you want to nerf the range, take the barrel off. Sure, that's fine. But what about the recoil? If you guys are talking about the recoil and saying it's easy to shoot, then why the fuck does the AMES need a fucking rear grip, a foregrip or recoil springs and a compensator? Where's the fairness in that? Am I tweaking?
No,
if you're
I don't think you're tweaking.
If you're going to make one harder to shoot, why don't you make the other one harder to shoot as well? If that's not the case, I don't know. I don't see where they're going with this.
Yeah,
I don't think they know where they're going with it. They didn't, bro. They were split down the middle for however long until like 2 days ago or yesterday or whatever
Yeah.
it was.
And I would love
Tyler
to
was on
know.
stream saying they had no clue.
I would love to know as well, like who's in the chat, like who's pushing this convo, and like how the votes are actually going, and like how this all is all being unfolded. Because something I also heard about the GA chat is that Paco, you guys all know Hydra stair glitched right during the major, and it was a blatant stair glitch. And apparently, LA Thieves put in a group chat asking what their punishment was, and nobody answered. Right, and this takes me back to when Dan Ghosty and Sib were going at it on Twitter, and Sib ended up saying something to Dan, like, all right, that's fine, whatever, but, you know, later down the line, when people are breaking GAs, you better keep that same energy from like you did with me, right? Like, going down the line. And I think that just pretty much proves Sib right now. Like, I don't understand how somebody can break a GA, boom, they get punished, and another person breaks a GA, boom, nobody answers, right? Like, the way that the system works makes absolutely no sense. It doesn't make sense. How is nobody answering in a GA chat, especially when somebody blatantly breaks a GA? So
Also,
now what's going to happen is pros are going to see that. They're going to see that Hydra just broke a GA and didn't get any punishments. And when it comes to high intense situations or when it comes major time, people are going to continue to break GAs. They're just going to continue to break them.
It's almost as if when we talked about in the show, we predicted this was going to happen. It's not just a thief situation. There was a situation with Rocker on that map that got replayed against C9. There was potentially a red card in that situation. I don't think they got punished either. It's almost as if you were right.
I said this years ago. I said, listen, we can sit here and talk about snake GAs. We can talk about this GA. We can talk about this GA. But in reality, when it comes to high intense moments and when it comes to the match, I just don't see everybody actually following the rules. I just don't see it happening. And if they don't follow the rules, then they need to come up with punishments that they hold each other accountable to. And clearly they're not holding each other accountable to it, which is going to make people more comfortable. It's going to make people more comfortable doing it. People might even think that they can get away with it. Right?
Look at my king, Paco, dude. Insane spot for me.
Also,
my God.
He said
Also-
insane
my
spot
God.
for me. And again, it has nothing to do with
Let's
breaking
go,
the GA.
Paco.
It's more about the GA chat and how it operates, right? Like it's not.
Also,
Go
I
ahead,
just have a
Chris.
genuine question because Scrap said that everyone says it's
Paco,
fair
just
now,
say.
but whenever I watch like pro stream, especially the ones that
Subs
run
are losing
SMGs,
composure.
they're all complaining. So I don't understand. Like, obviously it's a team thing, and the subs are naturally going to complain because their gun is like worse now. But like, I genuinely don't understand. Like, what was there like a voting process to this? Or
Didn't
did people
04 and
just-
Real tweet that this shit was ass and they weren't going to follow it?
But also, I've seen Paul sometimes tweet out that he says like, "Oh, there's no votes, no anything. Like I'm going to use whatever I want." I've seen Paul tweet that. So like, genuinely, is there like voting? Was there voting for this like whole process? Or
Well,
were
Abe
people
said there
just-
was. Abe said it was split down the middle on stream.
Which
like,
means that
2
it shouldn't
days
have
ago.
went through.
It shouldn't have went through.
If it was split
exactly.
down the middle, that's not majority. Like they said is how they do it, and it shouldn't have went through. Okay, every time we come to these GA talks, they don't follow their own rules, and they just make shit up as they go. And if it was split down the middle, why did it change? What happened? Did teams get
Scrap's saying
convinced
it was
otherwise?
7-5, so I don't even know.
I mean, 7-5 still isn't a majority.
7-5 is still not what their ruling is. That still means it should stay the same.
Wasn't
Okay.
it? Is it 9-3 or was it?
Yeah,
Nine-
it is
8-4?
not.
9-3.
It was 9-3.
9-3.
That was their rules. Okay. And then we also talked about this with the sniper rifle. When we redid the votes, they didn't get a 9-3 vote, which means the sniper should have stayed in. But because
Austin
it was
said it was 5-5.
because it was a
That's
revote
11.
in
Who the
quotes.
fuck abstained and who didn't vote? 5-5-1.
Who didn't vote?
Are we getting Mike Pence in to break the tie here? Like, what the fuck?
Nah, bro.
If it's even like that or whatever, like I don't
stayed
understand
the
why
same.
it's going through. Like it
Should have
doesn't.
stayed the same.
It should have stayed the same, or at least look at it from a different perspective. Like if you can't convince teams to nerf it one way, just try other things. Like
Is that Liddy right now?
It was actually 5-5-1.
like dead ass 5-5-1.
Correct.
What do you mean?
What was the other
There's a
team?
missing team.
One team wasn't scrimming. I won't name them, but they weren't
Okay,
scrimming yet. They
okay.
said they needed an extra day.
Okay, so why? So like.
Why
are you
did a
guys going
GA
to
go
play-
through if somebody hasn't even put a vote in yet?
Are you guys
Good
going to
question.
play your matches with these like rules?
Wait, not
Okay,
even,
so Austin
not even,
was
not
voting
even
for
put a
no
vote.
change.
They hadn't even played.
They
yet.
haven't even played yet.
No.
And
Hold on.
Treyarch already made an
disclose what my
update.
vote- I'll disclose what my vote was. Our vote was to just remove the compensator. That's it. But
What about
Was
the
there a
recoil?
was there a
For
layered
no
vote here
recoil
on
springs or
Bloodbound and
recoil springs?
recoil?
no. Just give the gun more recoil, but keep the same TTK. That was our starting point. But we weren't a part of the actual real vote, so it's 5-5.
Which I think is fair because if the devs are not willing to actually nerf the recoil in general, like you can take it upon yourselves because yes, it is definitely easy to shoot. But as for like, I think you guys are
Also,
over nerfing it.
I
in
want to
my
make it
opinion.
clear. people were talking in the chat. I posted on Wednesday and Sunday to try to get both teams to lose 3 days of scrims. And yeah, so yeah, I tried to do it.
Oh, what, nobody answered? What, nobody answered in the chat?
There's a few people that answered, then we're like, let's vote on it. I'm like, what are we voting on? I saw someone snake and stair glitch. What do we need to vote on? They lost 3 days, period. Don't book. And then I left, and then they booked scrims. So, you know, I don't know.
Right, you should just start stair glitching people then. If that's how it's gonna go.
If I do it, I'm gonna lose 3 days of scrims. So.
Probably.
Right, Austin. Exactly. That's the problem, right? Like the system it changes day by day. There's no ruling. Like there's
My
no rules.
question is, why do we need to vote on someone who stair glitched? Like, what do we need to vote on?
Vote. Yeah, it should just be.
Is it a stair glitch, guys? Let's take votes here. Like, I don't know.
Also, I wanted to go back to just one last thing because I was talking about how teams objectively don't really understand what like they're GAing on the weapon and how to attack it. If you play ranked, or even if you guys were to hypothetically play scrims, right, and everything was allowed, like the Jackal was still allowed, the C9 and all that stuff, why is it that people don't use the C9 or the other subs when objectively they kill faster, they have more range, they have other things about them that are better? It's because the Jackal's mobility, the pull-up time, the sprint to fire time, the slide to fire time, all of that stuff is better. So why is it that when you're attacking to nerf a weapon, you don't look at why people are using it and attack that rather than attacking everything else?
What do you mean?
That doesn't
the thing
stand
that
out.
was being attacked was the gun's too easy to use. So I was like, okay, take the compensator off.
I know. I'm saying, like, from a statistical standpoint, when I'm talking about like how people don't really realize why that sub in general is OP. Yes, the range is good. Yes, the TTK is good. Yes, all that stuff. But there are better weapons in that category. The C9 is better. The SOG was better in certain categories than the Jackal. The KSV was a lot better than the Jackal in a lot of those categories, and they were all equally easy to shoot. Why is it that people went for the Jackal, Slasher or Austin? Sorry, it's because of the it's because of the it's because of the mobility, the fucking sprint to fire, all that stuff. So like when you're looking at it as to why that gun is OP, people are like, oh yeah, take the barrel off, take this off. That's not what made the gun broken. Yes, there are obviously I don't agree that it should be that easy to shoot. That's not why people went after the Jackal and why it's primarily the most abused SMG in the game.
I mean, hold on. Could we pause? It was 5-5-1. Why did the vote go through?
Thank you, Tom. Why did the vote go through?
Why could we not skip by this?
5-5-1, and then I think it might have changed at some point to like 6-5 or something. And then one, obviously, because I never gave a new vote because I was like, this is what we should do. This is my opinion. I left it at that. And then I don't know.
Right. And also,
let me actually,
like, it's not even on you, right? That's what I get when I talk to everybody. I don't know.
Well, yeah, listen,
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. My heyday of being in that chat is
it's run its course. You're just here, so we gotta
It's run its course, man. I'm sick of dealing with it. Like, I'm over it. I just give my opinion real quick, leave it at that.
Okay, if it's split down the middle, if it's split down the middle and you guys actually come to an agreement, I implore every team that disagreed to this GA just use what they were using at the major prior. Because if you don't, then you're just setting a precedent where things like this are going to go over the GA chat every single time, and you're going to basically bend to the will of the teams that are vetoing for or against something that is not like mutually agreed upon.
I mean,
it
needs to be 9-3 at least.
I don't know why it's going to be 5-5-1. Why are you guys changing anything? That doesn't make sense.
When it was 5-5-1, I said, well, that means we're playing with the old shit because it does, like, you have to have 9-3. Well, I mean, at least that's what we created a long time ago. It's like 9-3. I think that makes sense. So the majority has to get it rather than just like
overwhelming majority. Yeah.
Yeah, overwhelming, exactly.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
I mean, it's changed anyway.
Boys,
that's
the
what I'm saying.
inmates are running the asylum, brother.
They actually are.
There should be no reason why. There should be no reason why the GA goes through and teams that voted against it literally use what they don't want to use.
I think what happened is there was a split vote. I'm trying to look back at it now. It looks like there was a split vote, and then I think for whatever reason it just became if we're using springs or not. I don't know how this started, but then I think there was a revote on just springs or not, and springs passed. But I don't understand how the barrels and all that got out.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like now that you've come with now that you've come with two sides of the coin, from my gathering, it's gain twist plus springs or old meta. I think you just revote, and if it does not pass,
no. It became gain twist, no springs or gain twist springs is what it actually came down to.
But what you guys are currently using right now is recoil springs and gain twist, correct?
And I think what happened too is I'm looking back at the chat is I think
Chris.
What kept happening is this sub talk kept overriding a lot of the banning of scrims. That's why I brought it back up a few different times because they
That's
kept
what I
talking about
thought
the sub
happened.
a
Like
lot.
the Jackal shit was more important, right?
And then whenever I brought up the scrim stuff, I was like, "Yo, like, are we doing anything?" And then people were just like, "Yeah, they cheated." And then it was just like a couple people said that, and I was like, "Okay, bet, no scrims then." And then they still got scrims.
I think
And it's
that
not even
shit's-
just LAT, by the way. This is for Minnesota snaking as well.
I think that shit's important, but like if I were you guys, I would at least try to go back to revote to either go back to old meta or use what you are currently using now one last time. And if it
Right
doesn't
now, I think this
pass,
is sticking with whatever we have realistically, at least for these matches definitely. But
that's fine. But I'm saying like after.
Is it
because if you
changing
don't
anything,
do it-
Austin?
I don't know if it's that big of a difference, really. I think the
I
sub
don't
obviously
think it is either, dude.
kills slower at range, but I think the sub's still really good. And some of the maps like Vault, P1, you're still gonna see a lot of subs.
Like map design, and then but what about protocol, red call? Like map design is pretty like,
Protocol, you're still gonna see a lot of subs on fucking P4. Even it's still good in P1s to get in their base and shit. Like it doesn't seem like it changed the meta that much. I think people are just losing full about the change. Like that is different. Like fuck, I can't win this gunfight now. You know what I mean, or something like, rather than just playing the game.
I'm really curious to see how as time goes on, because it's still early. I mean, the change just went through, right? So, as time goes on, I'm curious to see like what people decide to use. So, like come actual match time, right? Like scrims
I
is a
think
lot
it's
different.
insane.
The meta-
Single tap
the meta-
still. Jesus.
Yeah, I think the meta is going to stay the same in terms of like what's used. It's just the game just feels worse.
It's
That's all
just
it
like, but the problem now is like if they're gonna roll this back, then they're gonna have to roll back rank play. I don't know. There's just
I don't know why. Wait, I will say too on the
this
rank
whole
play
thing's a
thing,
mess, bro.
they
They
shouldn't
are
follow
tweaked.
pro GA's 100% rank play.
Oh, they
Like,
should
I think
not.
that's
I,
dumb.
I, I
They really
also
should not.
I also don't understand why it was such a drastic change. Why didn't you guys go with like, okay, let's start with the barrel, go from there. Okay, that's not enough. Let's try fucking compensator. Like you mean go for
No,
like
that's
one
what
at
I
a
think,
time.
Too. I think you take one thing at a time. But
Exactly. Instead, you're just going. I don't know. I'm not a pro anymore, but that's
Right,
just not
trusting the
how-
pros to actually do a proper testing
Yeah,
process. with
listen,
feedback,
we could talk about what to actually
Hmm.
make, like what changes actually make to make the game better, whatever. I just can't stand the system and how it all works because there is no system and nobody follows the system and people just make up rules as they go. And nothing makes any sense anymore. Literally nothing makes any sense.
I just tell my
Especially,
team to use whatever the fuck they want if I was playing. bro,
yeah, like
at this
if
point.
I was playing, I'd be like, dude, fuck these people. I'm using
Bro,
this.
if-
I'm using this. I'm using this. Like, bro,
Yeah.
like who the fuck do these people think they are, bro?
If
Like,
the vote is down the middle, that's what I'm saying. Like if the vote is down the middle where people can't agree, that's what I'm saying. I implore the teams that disagreed with this to just use what they used at the major and call it a fucking day, because otherwise you're just setting a fucking example that this can happen with any other vote. You guys
and
are
I'm
doing
telling you,
shit.
it was down
for-
the middle. I looked at it. It was down the middle. Then there was
No,
a revote for Springs, and then
I'm hearing
Springs
you.
got passed.
I'm saying like you're just like for anything, whether it's the banning of people's scrims, whether it's the fucking any GAs. Why are you guys just bending over and letting this shit happen when clearly there hasn't been an agreement to it?
There's
I just
nothing,
told you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just
Chris,
saying.
there's not like people can't control the process because there is no process. It's just hive mind, groupthink, like mob mentality, and it just kind of moves like the ocean, bro. It just like waves. There's no consistency to it, and this is like where weird shit like this is happening. And until someone starts the process and all the teams follow, and there's actually like a procedure and a process to follow, like there used to be, kinda, but plus more, like it's always gonna happen. I don't know what to say. It's just random shit that's happening here. People are just going with the flow.
I
Nobody
can't
wants to
believe
stick
it was
their neck out.
5-5-1 and it
Bro,
changed.
yeah,
Bro,
me either.
so
It
many-
makes no
the
sense.
one-
That makes no sense.
The one
This goes back to the
consistent thing-
sniping vote too, Sam. That we
can't
redid
believe
the
it.
sniping vote and it wasn't even close to being GA.
Bro,
But
I
it's
can't believe
still
that.
not in the
No,
game.
no, no. But wait, Tom. The reason why that works is because the sniper is banned, GA'd. To
Yeah.
un-GA something, it has to be overwhelming majority. Same thing as to GA something. You see
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
but Austin, there is no rules. There's no rules.
Well, that I mean,
Right,
In
like
my-
that's
in my
that's
day,
your
that was
that's
the
your
rule.
that's
That
our
was the rule.
time, right? That's our gen, our rule. That
yeah, but that's
rule
what
is.
I'm assuming they're trying to still do.
But that makes no sense
I did
because
want
they
snipers
they
out,
did
Scrap,
a
100%,
they did a
100%.
troll. Yeah, and whether they're out or in, I mean that's what the voting is
Facts, I
there
want
for.
snipers out.
But from my perspective, it's a revote, right? So you need majority to take them out. You need an overwhelming majority to take the snipers out, right? And so when you redo the vote and the vote goes completely different, in my opinion, the snipers should have been in because you should never be voting the opposite. You should always be voting to take something out. You shouldn't be voting to put
Yeah,
something
but
in.
it's already out. So like now we played for weeks and weeks, and then you could just use the same thing of like,
Yeah,
oh, teams are
but
getting
Austin,
shit on
the
because there's no sniper.
the
Like,
way that it got out like I can already tell that the way that the voting goes is just like fugazi. Like the way that the sniping vote went, like people were literally just pity voting. Like people were just putting in votes for not giving a fuck. And then once we actually put public pressure on
that
them,
might happen sometimes.
yeah, like once we actually put public pressure on them when we redid the vote, everybody's votes changed. Like once we actually got people in calls and actually like tested shit, right? Dan Ghosty said that you can't cross on rewind without getting sniped. And then we tested it, and I crossed 10 times in a row, and nobody hit a shot. Some of the best players in the world.
I mean, I still stand by that one. I think snipers are cheese, but I get your guys' point of view where you guys like snipers to watch. I understand that, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the process, Austin. It doesn't. It's not like I said. It's not even about the vote, like what's in, what's out, and what should be in and what shouldn't be in, or what shouldn't be out. It's just the process. The process makes no sense. It changes every day. Like that's why from the outside looking in, like us. The fans, like, we're all confused. Like, everybody's fucking confused all the time. And I don't know who's in the GA chat and who's running the GA chat, but it seems like people don't keep each other accountable, bro.
Tom, you're missing the point.
Which is why it brings me back to my original take of the GA chat should be public. It should be public. People should be put on blast for not answering. People should be put on blast for their votes.
As it's become more public, though, and talked about, I will say it's only gotten worse.
Oh, I'm sure it has, Austin. I'm sure it has.
It used to be more private, and it was way better when it was private, in my opinion.
That's because people were in the league that actually got shit done.
That's true.
Well, I think a lot of people back then also were willing to stand on business. I think you have a lot of teams. The reason I don't think it hasn't gotten better, Austin, is you have a lot of people that are.
Who's pussy? Call them out.
I don't know because we're not in the fucking chat, but it's clear from all these conversations and how delayed the votes are that there are probably over half that chat of people that just don't want to stick their neck out and be first on some of these conversations, and they just want to go with the flow. They want to be on the popular side. They want to be on the side that gets no blowback, or they're on the side that they don't give a fuck. And also, it's just like there isn't all 12 teams willing to buy into an updated process. It's not just going to take one person. It's going to take all 12 teams wanting to actually improve it. Also, you lose a couple, and then it's tough.
I'm genuinely curious, like what the channel looks like because obviously this affected rank play. So I doubt the developers are literally making changes off of like tweets. Like there has to be like some sort of conversations for them to like change stuff that the pros use and put it in rank play. So like, where does like why was there no conversation? Okay, the Jackal's too OP. This is what's wrong with it. Can we like get some nerfs? Is that like a possibility? Like, I mean, obviously, I don't.
I mean, that's a league conversation. That's like
no. I'm not like.
We still got a tier list to do. Holy shit!
I'm not aiming this at you.
We can move on here in a couple minutes.
How does that even work?
We can speed run the tier list. To be honest,
how does that even work?
So we're talking about devs changing the game for us.
No, let Chris finish his thought. No, finish your thought, Chris. Finish your thought.
Like, how is it that like they're in tune with a GA, right, with like muzzles and all that stuff, but like we can't get something done rather than removing attachments, just change the way the weapon works inherently to like the rest of the game.
It probably requires way more effort to do that than just restrict an attachment.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair enough. But where's this conversation?
And they also got it wrong for the record.
Yeah, like how
wrong.
is this channel going from tweets to changes in the game that didn't even get agreed upon by the pros? How does that fucking work? Like,
makes no sense.
Yeah, dude. How's this conversation even move to a gaming change that affects everybody else, not just the pros?
Listen, we've talked about this a bunch. Like that part's not going to get better until everybody's in the same room talking at the same time on these things, probably behind NDA. So like that information can be shared and it can actually be a conversation instead of what I assume is happening right now, which is this pro GA conversation. There's another CDL and Activision conversation, and things are getting lost or mistranslated in that game of telephone that's happening.
Yeah,
it's just everybody's on different pages and not really willing. Everybody needs to be in the same room, organized with the same philosophy and the same procedure. Until that happens, this is what we're gonna get.
Same shit, different year, man.
Fucking business, man.
This is what we're. I mean,
same
you,
shit,
Austin, you know, I've been
year.
saying this shit for 6 years, brother, and it hasn't gotten any better. So.
Well, I used to stand on business. Trust.
I know.
Yo,
you're not used to sit at Istanbul Grill and fucking talk about this shit.
Just know this: if someone stair glitch versus me, they're not getting scrims. I'm finding a way to get. They're not getting scrims.
That's good pettiness.
That is good pettiness. What about what's going on with the single tap, Austin? I mean, listen, I don't really give a fuck. I've always been a firm believer that the good players will always be the good players, no matter what the hell the setting is there. But clearly, that's not the consensus with some of the pros. AG called me yesterday, and he was losing full. He's not losing full about single tap sprint. He was losing full about single tap run, but I don't even know what the hell the difference is. What's the difference
The
between
difference is
go ahead.
So every single player in the league uses sprint assist, which makes it so if you hold forward on your stick, you go into normal sprint. If you click it once, With single tap run, you go in attack sprint. If you do not have single tap run on and use single tap sprint or double tap, you have to double click to go into attack sprint. That's literally the difference. So it's one click. That's the difference.
So then what is single tap sprint? Like, is that not just double tap?
So it makes it so if you like chain a slide, if you slide, you basically only have to click once to go in attack sprint again, rather than like having to double click it. But it only affects if you're doing movement mechanics. Whereas single tap run will always make it so you click once.
Okay.
So it's situational.
I actually didn't know that. So I mean, So Austin, what do you think about it?
So, I mean, I agree with what you're saying, that the good players are going to be the good players no matter what, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's just true. But I think something like that is very cheese. I think with single tap run, like, I think we should be on double tap. In a game with movement, there's a higher skill gap in the movement if we're running double tap. With single tap run, or what's the fucking other one that's crazy?
Single tap sprint?
No. What's the full-blown one? Like,
ATS?
auto attack. Yeah,
ATS,
auto
yeah.
attack.
ATS, yeah.
Single tap run or auto attack, I will have closer movement to Shotzi than with double tap. You know what I mean? I'm not a heavy movement player, but with ATS and all this shit on, I can have way closer movement to Shotzi than without. Therefore, players with good movement, the gap is now smaller. You know what I mean? Like players like Hydra, Shotzi's players who move around like that should be able to have a bigger movement gap, which is with double tap, in my opinion. So it's hard to police, and I will say it's been GA'd in the past, and I know for a fact some players have been cheating. I'm not going to name names, but I know for a fact some of you have. But, like, there's an easy way to police this where if we're at LAN, I'm walking up to you on stage, show me your fucking settings right now.
Yeah, but they can just change it as soon as you walk away.
Nah, but you're not going to know, like, I mean, bro, after, in the middle of a match, like, I walk over, yo, show me your settings. You're not going to be ready for that every time. You know what I mean?
I mean,
like, there's no fucking way.
Austin's down 0-1. He walks over to ask for a beat.
Yeah, right.
Show me your fucking settings.
Yeah.
Yo, you joked me top hall and Hossie. Show me that sprint setting, bro.
But there's ways to catch people. Like, even when they're, like, if they're warming up in the back rooms, like, our rooms, you know how our rooms are, like, they're all kind of close sometimes. I can walk over, and when they're in the middle of the map, after the map ends, you'll show me your settings. You know what I mean? Like, there's ways to do it. Like, there definitely is. And also, you can kind of tell when you're watching someone move around the map if they have these things on. Not with certainty, but, like, you can
that's
kind
what we
of
were
tell.
doing last year.
I'm the
with,
only one who thinks ATS
Seattle,
is ass.
right?
No, I think ATS is ass, but I think
ATS is
single tap
ass.
run is really
not,
good.
Not in this
ATS
game.
is
You,
ass.
you need to have, well, not full ATS. You need sprint assist on basically to do like the backwards movements really easily. Otherwise, like it's really clunky. It's hard.
Like you can't you can't move forward. You
insane.
can't move forward and hip fire on ATS. You can't do that.
No. Yeah, it's too
No, but
extreme
you
of a
can hit
difference,
an
in my opinion.
instant slide, like close quarter, like it's nothing.
Another. I don't know how I want to say this again, but another reason why the sliding shit is OP in these games, those ergo grips, is because, or not sliding shit, sorry, the sprint assist and all that stuff is OP and not as punishable in these CODs. Remember what happened to catching people sprinting? It's because everyone has auto attack, and all you need to do to cancel is slide.
Slide, yeah. I just think it would add more of a skill gap to the game without that stuff in, personally. But we just actually have to police it. But what we've seen, we're not very good at policing shit nowadays. So
No, you guys are the UN peacekeepers of fucking policing. I'm not gonna
what do we do? I don't know. Someone just won't step up and actually fucking police shit. So
I mean, you guys are letting GAs go through with an even vote, so I don't know if anyone's willing to do anything.
I did say it started off even, then it changed. There was a revote. I looked at it, and Springs passed. But
wait, was it 9-3?
Yeah, but the original barrel change didn't pass.
Yeah, yeah. We just kind of went like
We just went
passed.
over that.
Yeah,
Just glazed
I
over
agree.
it,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Everyone just kind of unanimously was like, yeah, I think this is gone.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Well, also I appreciate you coming in and clarifying some shit. Wait, what did Pat say? He said be right back.
Say be right back. So just keep going.
I just don't understand. Like we can move on, obviously do the tier list because we'll just go in circles all night about the GAs. I mean, I've gave my opinions on this GA shit for so long, and I feel like everything I say about it, even when I was talking about the snaking GA, or any GA in general, right? The stair glitching shit, right? And I always said it's just gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen over and over and over again. We tried doing this years ago, and people didn't follow the GAs. We tried GA and snaking years ago. When we go to the event, these motherfuckers Splice were fucking snaking everything, and then they won the event.
I will say though, at the end of IW, after they won that event, we had a pretty clean game overall. I would say. I think for most of my matches, nobody snaked the IW champ.
Nobody snaked ever after that
like
event.
back then, bro. the thing is about the older players. We actually cared like way more than these people. Like that's what I've just come to like.
There was
learn.
way more passion.
We
with it.
cared. We had a little bit more integrity too. At the end of the day, it was about just getting better at the game and like not abusing cheese. So like we cared to try to make the game better. And when we banned something, we fucking banned it for the most part.
Well, all I'm gonna say is XQC was right, I guess.
Yeah, XQC said that the pros are all dumb and that they're ruining the game. Which again, like, dude, we'll be here talking all night in circles. I'm down to move on to the tier list. Austin, I appreciate you fucking joining.
Thank you, Austin.
Thanks, brother.
Appreciate you. Shout out to Austin, always being transparent and joining these calls. Austin I got respect for Austin because he's never scared to come in and talk about this shit. Where a lot of people hide behind the community and hide behind their monitors.
Like Ernie.
Well, I mean, at least Ernie's in here typing.
Nah, I'm trolling because he's in chat. Like,
no, I'm saying at least Ernie's like vocal about his opinion. Where 90% of the pro players we don't even hear from them. It's mute. It's quiet.
yeah, it's
Because they don't want to be. They want to just be in the middle of the ambiguous gray area side, so they don't have to take a fucking position publicly on this. They don't want to get roasted. They don't want to deal with external pressure, and it's created this bubble of people just not willing to just actually make decisions and do stuff. We should probably move on, but that's like honestly the biggest issue right now.
Yep, let's move on with the tier list. We'll try and run through it. We got 12 teams to rank. We should start off with Atlanta FaZe because I think we all have Atlanta FaZe in the same spot. Do we all have a
Number
S tier?
one in S.
Yeah, I think Atlanta FaZe is going to start things off.
Winners.
Defending Major 1 champs. They played really well. We're going to put them all the way up top in the S tier, and we'll kind of see how the rest unfold around them.
They gotta get better at vault control and vault hardpoint. That's the last frontier for them right now.
Yeah. Do you guys think that Atlanta FaZe might be the only S tier team here? I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, we'll go through to each
LAT
team.
is
No,
absolutely
I put LAT in there.
All right, well, let's go.
They went Game 7, round 11. Like,
the way they played that major, bro. That fucking final was wild.
Yeah,
They gotta be an S.
I'm down to put LATs in S. Somebody in the chat said FaZe is the only S tier team. That's why I said that.
Thieves just gotta get better at S&D. That was a different series.
I mean, when you saw those teams go at it, it was such a nail biter. Again, probably
Hacienda controls were also a dagger in both series.
yeah,
probably the
they
best
were.
matchup I've seen in a long time too. Was watching these two teams play. Super
That'll be a
super
final for
exciting.
sure.
Then we got the Carolina Royal Ravens. Where would you guys put Carolina?
A.
Hey,
Everybody has them in A.
Yeah, I mean they battled in that major. Reese was playing with one eye, but they beat a bunch of good teams. They were grinding out series. I think Hardpoint's got to get a little more consistent, but they're an elite search team, man. It's key keeping them in these series, and that's why they're able to grind out Game 5.
they surprised me, bro. I thought they had a good online split. And they did get the minor, but I was like, I don't know if this team is going to be able to replicate what they did during their online stage. But they proved me wrong. Gwyn stepped up. Vivid played through that fucking injury or whatever that was going on. Teej showed up, and Slasher had his moments as well. So yeah, A's.
Shout out to the Ravens
Sam,
for
you
keeping
wanna-
my preseason proppy alive.
Sam, you want to get your Gwyn taken that you made on the scrap time of the week?
What about him being an onliner?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't certify him as an onliner, but I need. I think up to this point, everyone has seen Gwyn dominate online as a top 10 player, sometimes looking top 5 for 2 seasons now, and it's been a trend where he goes to events and just does not play at that level. And I think that he needs to have sort of like a breakout event, in my opinion, this year for him to really like take that next step, because we know what he can do online. He's been playing great for literally a season and a half at this point, or season and a quarter. But I just want to see him play like that on LAN. Like how Teej played at Major 1 is how I was expecting Gwyn to play. So
He had a couple of maps though where he
had his
do
moments.
that.
No, he did,
Yeah.
but he's not doing what he's doing online. I'm not calling him an onliner because I think he's really good.
I agree, Sam.
But he needs to have that event where I'm like, holy fuck. That's what I was watching for all those qualifier matches. Like he needs to give me like a 1.2 event where I'm like, goddamn.
Yeah, I like Carolina in A. I think we should keep him there. I think right now people have them kind of like that top 3, top 4 spot, so we'll keep them there. Now we got the Boston Breach. Now Boston had a great online stage, but then kind of fell short at Major 1. Where would you put them after having a great online stage and then falling short? Would this be looking like a B tier team here with Boston? I would personally have them
top
B.
of C.
I'd put him bottom of B.
Yeah. I think they had a great online stage, but even towards the end of the online stages and like the minor, they started to kind of fall off. Like they were not getting Cammy was not performing at all. Like he started off like the first like split before the break, really good for this team. Like he was good. and Snoopy was great. Purge was doing his thing. And then after that, he kind of just fell off. I think Awakening started to play a little bit better. Purge started to fall off in stats as well. And then Snoopy was kind of their only shining light towards the end of the stage. So, I mean, I definitely put them bottom of B, top of C. I have to really see where everyone else kind of falls.
What do you think was the biggest thing for them on land? Like, why do you think they didn't look as strong on land?
Phase round 1.
Yeah, that didn't help.
But when they played phase online,
because I was watching their documentary today, and I don't want to call it Sean too hard, but he was talking in the interview and I think they had recorded like after the event based on the way it was shot, talking about how like they got knocked down the losers bracket. They were put in a tough position because they were playing teams that had already like accepted their fate a week ago, and I'm like, what in the defeatist bullshit I'm hearing, bro? Like,
wait, what?
Bro, I was mind blown at what I heard in that documentary out of Boston.
Can you say that again?
Repeat that?
Yeah, can you say that again?
Okay, so I was watching the Boston doc. They released like a 9-minute video. They're like, they're weekly. They're post event post, and they were talking about. Sean was doing an interview and was talking about their thought process after they got 3-0 smoked on Thursday at a phase, and they were saying like going that C9 series, they were in a tough position. Because unlike C9, who had already accepted their fate being in losers bracket a week ago, like these Boston thought they were going to be in winners bracket, and they instantly had to go down and play that losers round 1 match. And
what
I'm like,
type
what
of dog shit? See that you guys remember what I said? Do you remember what I said on the Thursday night show? I said FaZe demoralized the fuck out of them, and that's why I picked C9 to beat them, bro. That right there.
What?
That right there.
That is the most
defeatist.
I mean, that's just like that's a terrible mentality, yeah.
And I will say, maybe they did Sean, maybe they did Shawnee dirty with the editing, and maybe he kind of meant something differently. But like these Boston guys, like aren't. Listen, Snoop is very good. I think we were all kind of wrong maybe to hop off the Snoop train last year. He clearly is talented. The other 3 guys, compared to other talent in the league, not there. Like they need to have trust in your system and your teamwork. And I'm hearing shit like that, and I'm like, bro, like. No wonder, you're gonna losing 3 out of phase. Sure, a lot of teams do that, but like they lost 2 S&Ds to C9.
They lost all confidence in
and
themselves.
what the fuck?
Like to win that next series, bro. They got
like, brother,
demoralized.
like these guys should be much better than the way they played. Getting top 12 at that.
I'm putting them in C then. I'm putting them in C off Benjay info.
That's what I was saying. Bottom of B, top of C. Like that, I was not impressed.
I'll find the clip.
The
I'll find the clip real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, if you can find the clip, I'm down to tune into the clip and see what he said. We'll keep him at B for now, because I was thinking bottom of B. But as we roll through the rest of the list, we'll see where we end up putting them. Miami, top 3 placing at Major 1. I don't think a lot of us expected Miami to get a top 3 placing. So for them to get that was also was obviously awesome to see. They obviously had the home crowd as well. So I know there was a lot of passion flowing through their veins at the event. Where would you guys put Miami? Would you guys have them in a B tier here, or because of the top 3 placing, would you move them up?
I'm putting them in B. I don't know if that's unpopular.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
Them in B. I think they get better. I think they get better with the roster change though, if they drop medals.
Which looks like might happen.
Of B, because I think that they did make a great run at the major, but like overall, I think with the home crowd and all that stuff, like I don't. They were like really bad at search, and their game mode in search was just so bad that I cannot justify them putting in A.
Listen to the word on this clip. Sorry, Chris. That Shawnee uses to describe their position, and you tell me your thoughts, Sam. The word that he uses.
All right, here we go.
But it's just a lesson that we got to take from it. Losing is learning.
Once we lost the phase, dropping down that loser bracket, everyone knew the pressure was on. Like everything, all the work we put in that month to get that winner bracket spot was just taken away. So like kind of dropping down that loser bracket from winners is kind of daunting, because that other team's already accepted that fate for the last 2 weeks, like whoever it may be. That's the case, it was C9.
Yeah. How Boston your side twister protocol?
Defense.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sure.
Gentlemen, please take a look at the summary.
Bro, there's no way, like what in the daunting?
Okay, he's basically saying
you're playing C9, brother. Just keep the momentum going, one man, one series at a time.
Yeah, he's saying that they got shook. Like that's literally what he's saying.
I think I agree with Chris. Listen, bro, I understand as a competitor, right? I'm a very realistic person. When like my teams were playing poorly going into events, like when there were matchups, I was obviously thinking that we were going to win. But like if we weren't to, and this is probably an unpopular take, if we weren't to win that series, I was still locked the fuck in, because like say if we were getting we didn't win a map in the online qualifier, we show up, we play phase round 1, and if we lose that, I'm like, all right, like we just weren't the better team that day. Bet we're in losers, run immediately. Like how are you just chalking it. Like, what the fuck was that?
I don't know if he really meant that.
He said it's daunting, and all of the work they put in was immediately chalked. You played FaZe, who was by far the best team in the game at that time. It was not an automatic loss, but you were not going to win that series. You're going into a C9 matchup in a round 1 losers. You're a better team than C9. Why the fuck are you acting like you're woe is me? You're a better team. You lost 2 S&Ds. I'm not feeling bad for them. That is crazy.
Yeah, people in chat, the way people in chat are reacting is actually crazy to me. Because I just think like the level of like elite mental game you to have in order to like be the team you want is significant. And I think that kind of defeatist mindset is like
fucking crazy.
Not the vibes you want that camp.
Bro, keep in mind that was from a fucking Boston Breach documentary of the event. Like,
yeah.
That means he had time to think about that shit.
But
you
it,
know
but
what I'm
it
saying?
also
That's
could
crazy.
mean like they wanted him to portray a different view. Like, I don't know.
I would never see that show on camera. Then I'd be like, what the fuck are we doing?
I never look into those like post-event documentaries from any team that way. Like,
I normally don't, but he said that on stream, and I had to pause the video because it's fucking mind blowing.
Bro, I don't even care. I don't even care what like happened at the event. Like, dude, just at that point, just lie, bro. Be like, oh, we just like came. At that point, just lie, because the way that looks, that way that portrays your team, and he's a coach, right? The way that portrays like the team and him as a coach is just not the image that you want. Like, bro, what?
Yeah,
that looks bad.
I
understand. Like, maybe it's being misconveyed. Obviously, a possibility, but that looks really bad.
Yeah, let's move on.
I just want to make sure I wasn't crazy, bro, because I heard that and flipped out.
Anyway, Miami and B. I think top 3 is their absolute overachieving placing. I think they'll regress to the mean going forward.
Yeah, I like Miami.
I think the mean for them is like a B tier team, though, right? Like,
I think like top 6 area. Yeah.
Yep. What about Cloud9? What about Cloud9? They're another team that's kind of like mid-pack.
They're below D, or are we doing D only?
D.
You think they're D? You think Cloud9's D?
Yes.
Them and Falcons. Yeah.
They did beat Boston at land. So
yeah, they beat Boston.
So I don't know how we're going to
I'd put them at C.
I was thinking C.
I think they got
because Boston obviously looked like the better team online, but Cloud9 did come out on land and beat them. But I think overall Boston looked better. But I was thinking Cloud9 C. That's kind of where I was thinking. But I mean, what do you guys think?
Put them in C, but I think they're a roster change candidate by far.
Cloud9 just looked so horrible online, though.
Yeah, they did. They looked terrible online. And I think a lot of people were expecting a change here, but there was no change. As far as I'm concerned, there's been no change, right? I mean, there's no rumor of a change.
No.
So what do y'all think, Ben? Where would you have you guys all want to put him in D?
I think we put him in C if we're gonna put Boston in B. I agree with Sam. Like I just think I'm not surprised they didn't make a roster change because this is a version of the same players that should have made a roster change on Seattle Surge a couple of years ago, and they didn't. Like they're kind of in their circle and in their mindset. But we were talking about on Scrap Time today, like their schedule, they could very realistically go 0-2 this week, and then it'd be very funny to make a roster change after that.
The meta is not going to change much in terms of what's used, but like barring this is a favorable split for assault rifles with the current meta, if we don't see consistent performances out of their AR players, this team is it's got to implode.
And who would you have right under them? Vegas? You guys would put Vegas right under them?
I mean, Vegas should be in their own tier. No, not like genuinely.
Should we make an F tier? Let's make an F tier.
Another team.
It's not a row.
F for Falcons.
F for Falcons, bro.
F for Falcons, bro.
The thing is, like, LAG is also worse than Cloud9.
I don't know. We'll get to C9 in a second, but
did they play each other? Did they play each other at all in this split? I don't think they did, right?
Yeah, they did. Dante played them. Dante played them.
But LAG's in the same boat of like they need a roster change ASAP. Like they're not doing it.
They got 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I do think that LAG has shown me way more than C9 has. I know that they're both dog shit teams. Don't get me wrong. I'm not defending them, but I think that if LAG was better at search, their season would look a lot different.
Agreed. I think the respawn we've seen the last 3 match weeks has been pretty solid, but their S&D is god awful.
I'm surprised Cloud9 didn't make a change. I thought Cloud9 was making a change for sure.
I mean, I'm going to also say this hot take is like, there's an AR problem, but I might also drop one of the subs for Kyler too. Like you don't think a Kremp for a hook sub, it makes them better?
I think Kremp is one of the reasons why this team was
Look at
even like
two-person
contesting
change.
sometimes. They literally they were winning search strictly off of Kremp. That guy was literally frying in search consistently for this team, and he's a big reason why they even stayed in series, in my opinion. He's literally their S&D guy. This without him and S&D, this split, I don't even know if they would have won one. Their S&D was fucking.
If anything,
awful
the
outside
subs
of
are their
him.
best players.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, that's by far too. The thing with the C9 team, it's the same with the LAG. I always call them the same team because they're in the same situation. But if you look at the way that the game is trending, which is more sub heavy, if you look at C9's team, Dante really doesn't use a sub that frequently from throughout his career. Like he's shown flashes, but he's not one to like be the first guy to pull out a sub in a moment. And same with Attach. Attach just doesn't use a sub anymore either. And if you're going to be hindered by the fact that your ARs aren't going to match the pace in which the game is going, then they have to overperform. Yeah. And they're not.
Mm-hmm.
So they're in a tough spot.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got to put Cloud9 in D, and then LAG. I think you can slot them in right next to him. No, I mean that's right.
Yeah, they're in the same team.
The weird thing about I don't think they're obviously. I don't think that we shouldn't put them over D, but I think Gentlemates for the most part is what Rocker would be if they didn't close game 5s. Like they are like
it's literally it.
They are literally that team. Like if Rocker was not winning their game 5s and LAG was winning their game 5s, we'd be obviously swapping them spots. But like that is literally what's held them back this whole time, which is fucking wild. Because like we're putting them in the D, but these guys are so close to basically like they've come so close so many times to basically having a similar record as Rocker, which is wild.
Yep. And then we got Minnesota Rocker. Where did you guys put Rocker? I feel like they're an interesting one. I feel like they're like a mid-pack.
I'm putting them in B.
They're
I'm putting them in B. Yeah, they're
not consistent enough to be in B. They're C, but they should be in B. Is the way I would put it.
You think they're C?
What do you?
What have they done to deserve B tier?
They got a pretty decent placing at the minor. They place fucking better than fucking Boston. How are you gonna put them in C?
I personally think Boston should also be in C in my mind.
You can put Boston in C too.
If you put Boston in C and you're putting Rocker in C, Rocker's above Boston either way. So
I'm fine
you put them wherever you put them above Boston regardless. So we move them wherever you'd like.
Rocker are fun to watch, and we all agree watching them play. Like I like the concepts, I like the way they play. It hasn't translated to like consistent results. Like they can't get over the hump of being these. Their teams, I agree with you. They played good at the minor tournament, and they went on this little mini run where they got top 6 at the major.
Did they go game 5 at the,
also
at the
lost
major as well?
games online, like going in that event. Like,
did they go game 5 at the major as well and lose?
Who did they lose to Miami? They went game 5.
Yeah. The almost fucking full sale game 5.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, Rocker's actually such a weird team because like
that would have been crazy, by the way. That full sale would have been insane.
They're a flip of the coin. So like, I'm comfortable with putting them in C. I just need them above Boston. Like, period.
I was thinking bottom B for Minnesota, but if you guys want to do C,
yeah, I would feel more confident about the bottom B if they didn't like lose all those good teams going into the event, but they were losing like game 4s. I think they have an opportunity to get B because I think like that trio is really good. We want to see a little bit more from Paul, and if they make a roster change there, who knows? Like Rocker have upside, bro. I can't say the same about some of these other teams at the bottom, but I see the vision, Chris. I just don't know if they're consistent enough to be B right now.
Yeah, I mean, I just want them in front.
What about you, Pat? Where'd you put Minnesota, Pat? Would you put them at top of C or bottom of B?
I think C is fine because they do have upside, but like I hate saying this. I don't think they can elevate out of this without a roster change. Like unless Paul X has a complete 180, in my opinion, like this team is kind of capped here. Like I just feel like they're constantly gonna fall short. Like they clearly have a weak link, and I'm truly mind blown. Like that this didn't trigger a roster change.
I'm mind blown that we had that with a lot of these teams not making changes, Pat. I mean, Pat, I know you always say why wait, and I always kept saying after Major 1, I think we'll see more changes, right? After Major 1. And the one team that did change was Optic, and they were the team I didn't think was gonna change. So I'm like, dude, what is going on with these squads? Why are there not being changes made? But
Lunars is right there, man. Lunars is right there,
I don't
bro.
think this team needs Lunars. This team needs Tyler Fellow.
He fell.
There's a Tyler Fellow angle I've ever seen one.
God, this is the best T-Fell angle. I'm glad we're pushing
leadership, S&D prowess to close out.
I'd
like
love to
him
see
and Dan will be a good
T-Fell
combo. Like he'll instill like the right mindset into players like Gio and Estriel and Nero. Like I love the Fellow Fate here potentially. I just think Lunars Paul definitely supposedly provides a lot of leadership on this team, and we've seen it in the lessons and stuff like that. So I don't doubt that value. You move that, and you're putting Lunars in that spot who hasn't really been given a chance. It'd be really tricky. It'd just be a lot on Dan.
I mean, I don't specifically know their team dynamic, although I'm like relatively close to a couple of them. But more so, like, you really think Paul's bringing in that leadership aspect? I feel like this is more of like a effort around everybody. Like,
what about Illy?
That's the vibe I've gotten in the listenings. It feels like Paul's doing a lot of stuff on.
I love Ender. Like, and
Isn't
he
he
has a good history like as a player, but he hasn't like not been anything crazy compared to like the other guys that we're talking about right now.
He's been like pretty mid, right?
He's been getting pooped on.
No. I wouldn't say he's getting pooped on, but I'm saying like the other ones are just more accoladed currently. And granted, that could be a product of his situation. Like, I'm not rushing over that right now. I'd rather like give the other people a shot that are performing better.
I'm going to use a phrase that gets used a lot in professional sports, so don't take it the wrong way. I don't think that this team needs, if they're going to replace Paul, they need someone who's like a steady Eddie, an anchor veteran who can start to instill the right values in these guys. They don't need someone like Ender who's like pretty eccentric. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that like instability and that inconsistency is going to be good for these guys. They need someone who's
such a T-foul angle, bro.
This Tyler to me is kind of a perfect fit for what they need to like actually build the right culture there.
All right, well, let's move on to Vancouver. I think Vancouver is horrible, man. I'm sorry,
I'm putting them in D until proven otherwise.
I'd probably put them in D until, maybe this roster change. Maybe Neptune can bring in some spark to these guys. Which, by the way, I'm super excited to watch Neptune play. Like, he has been fucking cooking in challenges, and I feel like this game fits his play style. So I'm excited to see if Neptune can elevate, especially next to 04. Like, I think it'd be a cool little duo to watch play. But I mean, from what we've seen so far up to this point, man, I was pulling hair watching Vancouver play. Like, I was losing composure. So I'm personally gonna have him in D.
I'm just glad they made a change.
Me too. I gotta commend them for actually making a change. Where would you guys have him? Bottom of D? Top of D?
Absolutely.
I'd say bottom with their old roster. Well, we don't know their new with Neptune, so we can't move them up. I think yet. Speculation.
Bottom.
Yeah, we can keep him there. Toronto Ultra. Where'd you guys put Toronto Ultra? This is maybe looking like a B tier, maybe? B tier, maybe.
B.
I was thinking B tier as well.
I'm putting them under Heretics just because I really expected more out of this team going in at the major, bro. They look like so good online. Their S&D was fucking amazing, and then they go to the major and they falter like hard.
A lot of people in the chat are saying A tier. A lot of people in the chat are saying A tier.
We're not giving them A tier because they should have been at least top 4 at this event, and for that we got to put them in B.
No,
just because they were good online.
They were practically undefeated in search, and then they go to the event, and I think they literally lost. They were losing S&Ds. That's like literally.
They lost like 3 of them.
Protocol S&D was their best shit, and they lost it to both Carolina and to FaZe, bro. They're losing their best shit to.
I think you can interchange them though, maybe with Miami. I think this is interchangeable.
I'm putting them over Miami.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough.
I feel like overall, the whole stage, Toronto looked better than Miami overall, in my opinion.
Yeah, sure.
So I would have Toronto at the top of B.
And my life on the line, bro. Like, those guys are playing a head-to-head. I'm taking Ultra.
Taking Ultra 100% of the series.
Yeah, you're right. I was more so just being hard on them for just being such a major. Like, they were easily the biggest disappointment. Well, outside of Optic, like that's the super major disappointment. But they were a major disappointment at this major.
How is this Toronto team not good at red card hardpoint?
I mean,
some of it like.
I mean, to be fair though, that map is
ARs.
pretty AR heavy, Ben. And look at their roster.
They
also don't rotate.
It is, but you also you get that one
That's
sub
true.
player to take over middle map in some of these cuts. It's not like we don't see
Ben on red
fucking
card. That's pretty important.
Tyler frying that map or Simp and Abizi frying that map.
If you're playing from behind on red card, you're spawning out at old every hill.
then yeah, you need your ARs to find opens, but you also need someone to take routes. I feel like it still should.
Does Simp pull out an AR? Does Simp pulls out an AR on red card, doesn't he?
Yeah, Simpy's in there.
He does, but we still watch Tyler fry the full-time sub on the map all the time though.
I mean, yeah,
It's a lot easier when you
there's
have
3 ARs
spawns
in
and
the map.
proactivity on the
Yeah,
map.
there's
for
3
sure.
ARs.
I hear you on that, and they have good ARs on their team. I don't see Ben and Jamie. This map should fit their style of team now.
I'm saying from
Brother,
out of
until they get
Joe
that
and
rotate stat shit
Kleenex.
up.
Out of Joe and Kleenex, who would you want to see pulling out that AR?
I think that's the key point, Sam. I think to your point, they're not the best rotation win percentage team, and they constantly play this heavy break style, which the way they were playing on Protocol Hardpoint and Skyline, it works. But obviously, if they're playing from behind too much on red card, you can get away from you. I definitely think if that's what's going on, that's probably why they're avoiding that map.
No, can somebody answer that question though? If Joe or Kleenex had to pull out the third AR on red card, who should do it? You think Joe should do it or Kleenex should do it?
Toby.
Really, I was gonna say Joe, but Toby.
I think it's Toby.
I mean, they're both like such hyper aggressive subs. It's kind of a hard like choice.
If I'm on the team, I would probably want Toby to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like Sam. Don't you think taking Toby off the sub is crazy?
Yeah, but at the same time, I trust Toby with an AR to make the right play and like be impactful and go to the right spots. Then with Joe, I think Joe, you kind of just like let him off the leash a little bit. Like I don't know. I have seen Toby use an AR in like MW3 last year. He was using it a handful of times, and I've seen his moments throughout the seasons of him competing, and I think he's just as good with an AR.
Yeah.
I think he has the capabilities of using it. Joe is just kind of like a fucking run it down player, and I think that style with an AR in this game, with the way the Jackal plays, I don't think is like great for him.
Listen, because Toronto to this issue will not play red card. Teams are not going to play them on Skyline Hardpoint. So they are getting a lot of vault, which they don't win a lot. Protocols, which they were being some shitter teams on it, but the minute they play better teams on that map, it's not as good. And then Hossie Hardpoint, I don't think we've seen them has been that amazing on that map either. Like their Hardpoint map pool gets tiny because of this one auto veto they have.
Yeah, and then we move on to the last and final team. I think this is the team everybody's been waiting for. Is Optic Texas with a super disappointing Major 1. And of course, they did make a roster change. And they brought Pred back into the lineup, which I'm going to be honest, threw me off guard. I did not see Pred coming back. From what I was hearing behind the scenes, I thought Pred was chalked on this roster. I thought it was over with. But clearly they missed him. Clearly they thought they needed him. I know Kenny went live. What'd you guys think about Kenny's stream? Going live and kind of going over the mistakes? I feel like the community was just on his ass for a few days. Did you guys like the stream from Kenny?
You shouldn't do that. I think in the future it was a mistake, and you should avoid that. Even if what he was saying is facts, I just don't think the attention and getting the last word was worth it.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was wasn't he just watching VOD, just reviewing VOD? I mean,
it's just you.
But you think players shouldn't turn their streams on and review VOD?
Well, the problem, and we talked about it earlier on stream, like the problem is people didn't watch the full stream; they're just watching the clips, and it comes off that he's just cooking.
Yeah, that always happens.
And that was just not what was said in the whole stream. It's like when you do that, you fault the whole thing started.
That's true, Benja.
With a formal clip out of context, essentially, and then ended with the Kenny thing with clips out of context. That's the thing. You just open yourself up to like the clip economy that exists on the internet, and I just don't think the juice is worth the squeeze.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, where would you guys put Optic? I mean, Pat. I think a lot of people want to know where you got him. Where would you put him, Pat?
I mean, if you're being generous, bottom of A. You're being realistic.
Top of
what
B.
I saw, top of B.
Top of B.
If we're not going to speculate on how Neptune's going to impact Surge, at least in this current title, we can't speculate on how Pred is going to impact them. Although most people, including myself, is going to argue that is going to be a positive change. We can't speculate on it with their current placing and how they performed at the minor, the major, and including their online split. I'd say at the top of B.
I feel like I was thinking B tier. That's where I had him. I didn't know. I wasn't gonna put him in A tier just because they obviously just had a really bad Major 1. But I mean, they made the roster change. I think they're like promising. Like Chris said, we can't really rate them on speculation, like Vancouver, right? We can't really rate them on how we think they're gonna do. But top of B looks good.
Here's the question I have. Is there a world they get worse with Pred?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
I think honestly, and I'll admit, like I even said it. You know, Hook and Shotzi running around the map is gonna be super annoying to play against. Right, like I could see it working really well. Like I think it was a good combo, but you know you also do run into those problems when you have that combination of maybe just playing. You know, both players are playing a little bit too hyper aggressive, and it kind of
controlled chaos, bro.
Yeah, the chaos becomes uncontrollable, and you know I think that's like a lot of the things that Kenny was pointing out in his VOD review. You know, and as much as Hook and Shotzi running around the map is fun to watch and as good as they are. I think AG is going to maybe slow that down a little bit. You know, I mean, I know a lot of people like to joke around about Lay-G, right? But, I mean, having a backbone sub player, like I always like having an aggressive entry fragger sub, a roam slayer sub, a flex player, and a maniard. Like, that's how I like balancing my teams. I've always said that. And it seems a little bit better. They're also world champs with this roster as well.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
I think the problem that you run into when you decide to play that like controlled chaos style of gameplay and respawn game modes especially is you're on this fine line where if it goes over the edge, then shit starts to happen where people are making mistakes. On paper, right? It's like, yeah, these two look great. when they're running around the map together and they're doing the right shit. But if there's any small thing that's off pace, it's gonna be uncontrollable. You saw Kenny pointing shit like that out in his streams and stuff like that. But also with Pred on the team, I think it's gonna be a completely different dynamic. And hopefully, we said it at the major. These guys look down in the dumps, dude. Sometimes, like I know Pred. And that guy is a fucking dog, bro. Like, he's not going to go down without a fight. It doesn't matter if they're down fucking 0-2 in a series, if they're in loser's bracket and all that stuff. He's going to be able to rally the troops and make sure that shit like that doesn't go south and they just start to spiral down. Because I was going to say, the fact that they were able to bounce back in MW3 off that godforsaken stage that they had and rally that back into championships and a world championship, like, that's a big testament to the people that they had on their team, whether that be the players and the coaches, and obviously AG being, the player that he is and the person that he is, and turning his gameplay style around, even with all that criticism. Like, I don't expect this team to falter again in that style. There's just no fucking shot.
But I don't know if with this squad, if they're going to improve on what I think were the two issues last year that kind of hurt them a little bit in some top teams. One is they were super streaky in S&D, as we saw throughout pretty much the entire season with them, especially from the last event, champs, and the event before that where they lost like 10 in a row. And the control map pool, which got better, but it still wasn't good enough for them to, beat FaZe, beat New York, and beat FaZe and a couple other teams like some critical moments. So I think the control thing they'll probably fix because I still think with AG, there should be a good hostage control team. Like, I think that kind of plays her style.
They're one of the only teams that we would say could win offenses on invasion control.
Yeah,
like
I think 100%. Yeah, that's something I'm still concerned about, though. I think.
I think they need to also work on their comms. I know Damon was talking about this, but when we're going into the listings, I mean, they sounded pretty blacked out. Like, I think they need to focus on their comms. I think it'll help them a lot. I mean, Sam, we heard a couple of their listenings, right? Like during the event.
The war comms.
Why am I getting cooked by chat? Do y'all just forget about how last season played out?
They won champs, Ben. You're wrong.
Yeah, but I also don't really think
that's just the only argument.
But I also don't really think the argument here is whether they're going to get to the level to compete with FaZe and Thieves. I think the argument is whether they're going to be able to contend for championships and be among LA Thieves and FaZe right now, and they should. They should.
They should, and they have a home event coming up. They have a tough split. Don't get me wrong. Their split. I'm gonna read to you their split.
Their split's actually.
This is like a pretty good. They're gonna get a lot of tests during the split. So they start off first week FaZe and Minnesota Rocker. They have one match next week against Carolina, the online minor, in which they have Vegas first round, and then I think they play Toronto. And if they win that, they'd play FaZe. Then they have coming back Miami and Toronto, and then Thieves and LAG. So, like, I think of all the teams, this is one of the hardest schedules, and there's consistent tests in here that are going to test their map pool in all three game modes. And I think especially teams that are going to take them game 5, and they're going to have to close out in S&D. So I think, like, it's the right kind of test you want for Optic. I really think for Optic fans, like, if they have a slow start to the split, they end up, like, 4-3, for example, like, I wouldn't freak out because I think they'll be fine going to their home event. Like, these guys are going to make it deep on Sunday at Major 2. If they don't, then we're going to have a very different conversation about the squad.
Yep, this looks like the final tier list here. Any objections to the tier list? Anybody want to move anything around? I think we could keep it where we had it. I think this is pretty good. I kind of like where this is at.
I like where it's at.
Yeah,
I like this list. And then obviously we can. It's been a long show. We can just quickly for tomorrow. A little update for tomorrow. I am going to be at a wedding tomorrow all day. So I will not be here tomorrow. So don't expect a show tomorrow. Don't expect a watch party from me. I just won't be around tomorrow. So unfortunately, no watch party for me and no show for tomorrow. But we will be back Saturday and Sunday.
What's
ready
the
to go.
predictions then, if you don't mind? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. You do that a lot.
My bad, bro. My bad.
But Friday, I mean tomorrow, we got some good matches. I'm actually excited for Saturday because we got FaZe Optic and we got Cloud9 Ultra. I mean, we got some good matches Saturday. I'm just excited for FaZe Optic to be honest.
There's a couple really good matches this weekend.
But I think
the whole weekend's very good. The Saturday Sunday matches are excellent. The only stinker is Thieves Vegas, but
yeah, we could do some predictions real quick. We have Thieves Carolina. I'm gonna go with Thieves personally in this one. I just think after seeing the major and just seeing the first stage, I just think FaZe and Thieves are clearly just like a step ahead of everybody else. So I'm going Thieves 3-1. I can see Carolina maybe taking like a search or something, but I'm going Thieves.
Chad, I'm also not streaming tomorrow. You guys are with Benji.
Hey, you guys are gonna.
Me and Shelly, bro.
You guys are with oh, Sam, you're not around tomorrow either, eh? I think
it's Valentine's Day. I'm hanging out with the wife.
Absolutely, it's good.
I want to say this as well.
Tomorrow,
We're talking
Chad.
a breaking point about bringing the pick'em thing back, and the way we're going to do it this time is us versus breaking point. So collectively, we need to be on point with our pick'ems. Otherwise, we might lose to the breaking point guys, and that fucking can't happen.
Yeah, we can't let that happen, bro. We can't.
Absolutely,
They're not the
can't win
bald
that.
scumpies.
What about
We
you?
can't even listen to Ace and fucking.
Does
rap, bro.
anybody? Let's go down the list. Does anybody have Carolina over Thieves in this game?
No.
No.
Okay, we'll see if Carolina can get the upset there. And then we got Boston, Vegas. I got Boston. I think Boston's gonna smoke them. And then we got FaZe Vancouver. To be honest, these matches are kind of iffy tomorrow. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know. Like, Carolina Thieves could be really good. When they played, it went to game 5, did it not? Am I crazy?
On land.
Oh no, it didn't. It went to 4. It went to 4 because Reese they got 100-point clubbed on.
Yes, correct. It was the
That's
fastest points of all time.
tough matchup for Neptune to come into. Is it just me, or is every time a new player comes into a roster, they play like FaZe or something? Like, and look, you got Optic tomorrow, right? Their first game back with their AG playing FaZe. Bro, this always happens. That always happens.
Fed to the dogs.
It's just how it goes.
I'm not starting Neptune in fantasy this weekend. I'm putting him on the bench for the weekend. No bullshit.
Yeah, that's going to do it for us. We had a long show tonight. Definitely wanted to cover the GA talk. We've been waiting to do the tier list. And I'm excited to see how the fantasy teams kind of roll out for stage 2. Obviously, Enable, that nub, is a champion of stage 1. So we got to steal the crown from that nub, man. But yeah, anything else you guys want to say? The floor is out to the co-host. You guys got anything else you want to say?
Nothing, man. Shout out to the ZooMAFia.
Make the Jackal great again.
The Jackals is fine, bro.
Make the Jackal great
the gun
again.
is fine. Everything is fine. The players are dumb.
Yeah, but guys, we will be back. Ben, you want to hit a putt? You want to hit a putt real quick?
No, I don't do putts on shows like this. You know the procedure.
Okay.
Why'd you just say it like that? That just pissed me the fuck
said, you know the
off.
procedure.
I don't care about it. End the
You know
fucking
the
show.
actually, you know.
Actually.
But guys,
I may crash on it at some point. Bro.
guys, we will be back Saturday. I'm excited for Saturday's matches, so we'll be back tomorrow. You guys know I'll be at the wedding, pulling out the cell phone, watching the matches low key, like
Yo, IRL stream it, bro.
IRL stream the wedding. But I'll definitely be keeping up.
Chats during the vows.
Imagine, dude, that'd be insane. But I'll definitely be watching. I also got a lineup, so if you guys want to check out my picks, it's on the TL. If you guys want to check out my picks for tomorrow, I'll definitely be paying attention to see if the picks go through. I'm doing all map 1 picks tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, go to anchor.fm/theflank. Check out all the other sites that we're on. Go follow @theflank on Twitter. Gersh doing a phenomenal job running socials. ZooMaa.gg. We got merch coming soon, guys. I've finally got some merch designs hitting the desk. And I'm really excited about it. Ben, I know you've seen them. I know you've seen some stuff. I'm making some slight changes to them. But I'm really, really excited for it. I think the new merch drop is going to be fire, so I'm excited for you guys to see it.
Probably Dallas Major 2-time we probably dropped.
Yeah, if you guys are at the event, I mean, we're going to be at Major 2. We're already planning on, getting everybody there. So we're planning to be there. And the goal is to maybe sell merch on site as well, so you guys can pull up, maybe have a booth or something where you guys can just pull up and cop something if you want it, of course. But we'll keep you guys updated with that. But yeah, guys, as always, take care, brush your hair. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Oh, and join the community. If you're not already, we're like less than 300 members away from 20,000 people in the community. So it's spotlighted on the top of the Flank profile. Also, my profile. You guys can check it out. So I appreciate all the continuous support as always, man. Thank you guys so much for all the love. But we'll see you guys Saturday at another episode of The Flank, man. You guys have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you guys in the next one, man. Take it easy. So long.